Straight they touch. They was on the big cut. Might write this with a Dutch. For the cop, not quit hiding. The caption won't action. No accident. Number hands on. Around, keep knowledge. Rain growers using jail. That could happen. Get his face patted like a apologizing. I'm glad you Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve a either. But I'm not down for fishing. Better not be on for either. Your homeboy needs some kingdom. That kind of the moving flocks. That name gotta be registered and pitch them with what.
Man, they were getting off, huh? Dropping bars. Grand Rising, everybody. Please, you guys are tuning in. Say, unmute yourself. Say hello. Let us know where you're from.
Idris Salaka, Brooklyn, New York.
Man. Brooklyn in the house.
Got Mark Stewart, Los Angeles, Cali in the building. Good morning, everybody.
LA, baby.
Keith
Williams,
St. Louis.
Good afternoon, Carla Wynn in Maryland.
Keith Williams from New York City.
Leroy, St. Louis.
James Meadows, Denver, Colorado.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Text your entire team. Well, good morning for the West Coast folks. We're on the East Coast here. We have a tremendous leader in this company, Johnny Montes. Mr. Montes is going to bring us some extremely important training. He's been training for a while on the scripts, and I tell you what he has done, he has put it into action, and we put it through the test. So I want to tell you that he's an incredible leader with our company, not only training, but he's also our amazing mentor. So he's building from West Coast to East Coast, wherever he's at. So ladies and gentlemen, please make sure that you have a pen and paper, take copious notes. You don't want to miss out on any information. Anytime we have a leader that's training, sharing information, taking time out of their busy time to show us the way, make sure that you are in a quiet place and you're taking notes. We have a couple minutes, maybe one or two. Introduce yourself to let us know where you're calling in from. And if you introduce yourself already, please mute out so we can take out all the extra noise.
Thank you, Gabby.
There he is, Mr. Montes. We're at the top of the hour. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you as you are our awesome leader and giving us all the information that we need. I'm going to turn it over and mute myself out as well.
Thank you, Gabby. Oh, reliable Gabby. Gabby's been consistently always on, always asking questions, always participating. What I love about Gabby, she made a suggestion the other day, a couple of weeks ago, she made a suggestion, and she was the first to volunteer when we actually brought the suggestion. So most of you should know me by now. Also, let's allow people to be able to unmute later down the line because it's going to be a little bit interactive. We're just doing what we typically do on the trainings. We're bringing it today on a larger scale to Monday to everybody. Most of you should know me by now. For those of you that don't know me, I'll just give you a brief intro. My name is Johnny Montes. Here in the West Coast, out of Hawaiian Gardens, California. Literally, it's 1 square mile. It's the smallest city in all of LA County. It's right next to Long Beach. It's literally like the pathway to Orange County. It's like borderline Orange County, LA County, but it's still officially LA County. I started in solar a few years back. It's about 3 years ago already. Zero sales experience. Like, I knew nothing about solar. All I knew is that they were some panels. I didn't know how it worked. I know there was different programs. I know there was no money down, so on and so forth. I was always curious because being in California, I started seeing it more and more and more. I was, what the hell is this? Right? Didn't know what it was. I didn't really understand it. Did a little bit of research. And then I stumbled upon it just kind of like almost by accident. My lady was actually picking out jobs, and I talk a lot. If you guys know me, you know that I talk my ass off. And she's like, man, you need to be in sales. How are you not in sales? Why are you doing construction? I was doing construction. I still have my card, my Southwest Carpenters Union card. I was doing finished carpentry in commercial buildings. So if you guys are familiar with Long Beach, I worked at the Long Beach Civic Center when they redid the Civic Center and the Port Building and the library. I was there for over a year working on these jobs. Again, zero sales experience. I have experience in music, right? Making music. I worked for Budweiser. I was no sales experience at all. The reason I'm saying all this is to tell you guys that, I mean, Anyone can do this. If you have doubts, I mean, look at me. And you'll be in. That's why I tell my story. Like, no sales experience is required in order for you to be successful. I started in. I took an interview. My lady's like, "Hey, you need to be in sales." So she told me one day. She just randomly calls me and says, "Pick up the phone. Someone's going to call you in about 15 minutes." Like, who the hell's calling me? Just take the call. It was a solar company that she was working for. They called me, did a quick phone interview, and then we booked a Zoom interview for the following week. They liked what they heard. I hopped on the Zoom. I told them straight up, I said, look, man, I have no sales experience. I'm not really super interested in sales. I think sales are sleazy. And they're like, yeah, man, but you sound kind of cool. Look, you don't have to do it full time. You can do it part time. We have people that can take care of the deals for you, so on and so forth. Just plug it and play. You know what? Whatever. Started doing it. I was kind of half-assed because I had a full-time job, but I got a few leads and I peaked a few. I sat down in a few presentations. And I was like, wait, this is kind of dope. No money down, no money out of pocket. We're saving people money. I was like, man, this is okay. I can do this because it wasn't sales to me anymore. I wasn't giving somebody something that they didn't need, right? It was a bill that they already paid. And we were just reallocating those funds and saving them money. I was like, okay, this is not sales to me anymore. Now this is dope. This is value. So that for me was like the first aha moment. But I still had a full-time job. I couldn't do it full-time. So what I said is like, hey man, let me take off. Let me save some money. Put together a plan. Went back to construction full-time. Saved up my money. Quit my job altogether and started doing solar full-time. I think it was 22 of April of 2022, full-time. But my son's birthday is in May, first week of May. So I was like, I don't want to dig into my savings. I've never been in sales. So I had 6 months worth of savings. I don't want to dig into my pockets because what if I don't get a sale? I need it back. I don't want to dig into my savings. So I did petitioning for about a month. When you stand outside the stores, hey, check out this petition, let's, whatever the case may be. Did it for a month, but it's the best thing I could have done. It helped me build that callus, right? Because I didn't know I was going to go into door knocking. And, if you're talking to people, you're standing outside of Walmart, you guys can only imagine how many people were walking in and out of that store. Hundreds of people, thousands of people a day. You know how many no's I was getting in an hour? Not enough, but I wasn't getting more no's on the door. It prepped me for the doors because when I started door knocking, I was maybe getting 3, 4, 5 hard no's a day. I was getting 100 no's in an hour sometimes outside of Walmart. So it prepared me for it. I was like, man, I'm ready. Took action. May of 2022, started doing it full time. But from June to December, I became the #1 rep in that company with 0 sales experience. So how did I do that with no sales experience, no experience in solar, no in sales altogether? How did I do that? How was I able to do that? Because I was an empty cup. And I told my mentor, his name is Jesse Rodriguez, which happens to be here with us now. He'll tell you. Jesse was a top mentor in the company. He said, bro, this is what I've done. This is a formula. Do what I ask you and you will be a top rep. So what I did, I didn't reinvent the wheel. What he asked me to do, I just did it. And in about 6 months, I was the #1 in personal sales in that company. Okay. One of the things that we go over is that not enough people work the warm market for one reason or another. If you have one, capitalize on it. But there's a way of going about it. We have all the scripts here. We have all the scripts from calling realtors, calling your warm market, the very direct way of tapping into your warm market. And we also have a very indirect script for calling your warm market. We have different scripts, and that's what we've been doing in our trainings on Wednesdays. Now me and David Ramos switched. I will be doing the trainings on Friday now, and David Ramos will be doing them on Wednesdays. But what we used to do on Wednesdays is get together and go through the warm market script, the direct script, the indirect script. And Mr. Mark Stewart actually has been calling a lot of realtors, cold calling realtors, using the script. So we were role playing for a few weeks, and then this Gabby made a suggestion. Hey, Johnny, I feel like we're getting pretty good. Can we do live calls next week? Bet your ass we can. So I asked everybody, make a list of 5 names. When we come next week, we're going to go down the line and we're all going to call our list. Just have 5 names, just in case one person doesn't answer. We have 5 names to call. If nobody answers on your 5, on to the next. So that's what we did. We hopped on Zoom, and Gabby, since it was her suggestion, she volunteered. I'm going first. Gabby went first. First person she called went straight down the script. She didn't change nothing. She went straight down the script, got an appointment, a water appointment. Okay, so it's a solar script, but she has enough game. I'm gonna say it like that. Just enough game to be able to just substitute the solar for the water. Got an appointment. Now the key thing here is that she wasn't on the phone for 30 minutes, right? Gabby was on the phone for about 4 minutes. Wham, bam, thank you, man. Build rapport, did her pitch, booked the appointment, solidified, boom. In 4 minutes, Mark Stewart was next. Mark went on, he called a realtor. Now he didn't get a legit yet, but he built enough interest, so the guys assumed me some info, and Mark didn't give up. You guys should have heard him. He said, "Hey man," he busted. He put on his JC. He put his JC cape on. I said, "Hey man, cool. You already got a solar specialist, no biggie. Look, how about I check in with you in a few months just in case they drop the ball?" Said, cool, yeah, check in with me, right? Built some interest. He didn't get a no. Right after that, I went up myself. I usually go first, but since it was Gabby's idea, she volunteered. I went up next. I called my warm market, did my thing, booked the water appointment. In less than 15 minutes, we already had less than 10 minutes, we had 2 appointments booked. And then what we started doing is I started keeping track of the time. So what I do, because when I used to go out on the doors, they used to ask me, "Hey, bro, I see that you didn't knock that many doors. What's going on?" Sometimes I'm talking to people for about 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So I would suggest put on a timer. Put on a timer before you go on the door. Put 7 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. And when that goes off, tell the homeowner, "Hey, sorry, I got to get going. I got to finish my route." So we did the same thing here. We set a timer for 5 minutes. Nobody's timer went off. Gabby's timer didn't go off. It was 4-minute call, locked it in. Mark did his pitch in 4 minutes. I did mine in 4 minutes. Appointment locked in, loaded. Luis, Kalela, and who else participated? We all called. All of our calls were under 4 minutes. So now, how many calls do you think you can make in an hour? Right? I put an alarm for 5 minutes. If my alarm goes off, "Hey, Mr. Hey, uncle, hey, cousin, hey, brother. Sorry, that's my alarm. I got to get going. I got to go into a meeting." Cool. Peace out. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share with you guys those scripts. We're going to go over a few of these scripts because I'm not just going to give you the game. You gotta get involved. This is interactive. That's how we learn. This is how we build confidence. This is what we've been doing. Let me share my screen. I got to share my screen. Do you guys see my screen?
Yes.
There we go. So here it is. Look, JC already gave us these files, man. He gave us these files. We have all the game. Just got to use it. This is the homeowner to get a bill appointment, right? This is calling your warm market. This is a direct approach when you're asking them to do you a favor. And when you are throwing in the vacation. Use the vacations. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, the important part here is to be okay not being the expert. These guys will tell you, when I call, I'm calling for water, because people in my market know, they know I've been doing solar for a few years already. But they don't know I've been doing water. So I'm pushing the water. I just change this to water. I get in and I do it. So I'm going to show you guys how I do it. Somebody in me, who here wants to be my, we're going to do a little role playing. Who wants to be my homeowner? I'm going to call you and you're going to be my friend, my cousin, my brother, my uncle, my whatever.
I'll do it, Johnny.
There we go. Pete Coffee Brown.
Yes, what's up, brother? What's up?
Man, I haven't talked to you in a minute. Pete Coffee, always kicking game. I'm going to call you.
Okay.
My cousin Coffee.
All right, cousin Coffee.
Ring, ring.
What's up, Johnny?
Hey, Coffee, how you doing?
I'm all in. What you doing? What's going on? What's popping with you?
Man, I've been, doing what I do, staying busy, as always, trying to catch up with you. I see you on social media doing your thing.
I'm doing a little something. What's up, Johnny? Because, normally when you call, it's something with somebody in the family, or you want me to spread some bread on something. What's up, Johnny? What's up?
Look, I actually didn't want to waste too much of your time because I'm super busy, but look, I'm sure you've been seeing, right? I've been in the solar industry for a while, but I'm fired up because we just actually opened up an alkaline water division. And I've been drinking alkaline water for close to 10 years. So I already know about it, but now that we opened it up, I'm fired up. I'm calling you because I actually need to, I'm wrapping up my certification and I have to do 5 more presentations with a licensed expert. I was wondering if you can help me out. You don't have to buy anything. Okay, so don't worry about that. Throw that out the window. You don't have to buy anything. You're just helping me out. You just letting me present. I'm going to be taking some notes with the licensed expert. He's going to show you, we're going to do a demonstration, so on and so forth. And just for letting me go through my training, our company will actually give you a 3-night, 4-day stay in Vegas, Cancun, or Miami, whichever one you like. Which
Hey
one?
Johnny, I'm sorry about that. The phone, somebody called my phone line and it kicks me out. I'm sorry about that. But you were saying you guys do alkaline water now?
So we just actually started doing alkaline water. Like I said, I was fired up about it. I've been drinking alkaline water for about 10 years. So I'm fired up. I'm all in. Now, I'm wrapping up my certification. I'm being trained by a licensed professional, so I was wondering if you could help me wrap up. I had to do 5 more so I can get certified. You don't have to buy anything. Okay. You just got to let us present, show you how it works. I'm going to be taking notes. As a matter of fact, the more questions you ask, the more you're helping me out because the more I get to learn. And just for letting us present to you, our company will actually give you 3-night, 4-day stay in either Vegas, Cancun, Hawaii. Which one you like?
Cancun, Mexico?
Huh?
Cancun, Mexico?
Damn right, not Cancun, Hawaiian
Look,
Gardens.
I just want to go over to Cancun for, get into some situations. That's what's happening. All right, cool. So you said I don't have to invest in anything, right?
You don't have to buy anything. You just got to let us present. Like I said, I'm still pretty new at that. I'm an expert in solar, but I'm still getting certified in the water. So look, the more questions you have, the better.
So wait a minute, hold on. So you got to do a presentation to tell me about water, Johnny?
Well, yeah, of course. Well, how else am I going to learn? What you got to show it to about 50 minutes?
You and your company always got these darn presentations. I don't know. How long is the presentation, Johnny? Because you got a long one.
It's about 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. Just a quick, show you some info, show you how water works. Like I said, I still don't know a lot about it. So it's just like a brief 15, 20 minutes, show you what it's like. We're in and out because I got to move on to the next one. I got to get certified ASAP, as soon as possible. So
when are you trying to do this, Johnny? Because I'm looking at my calendar right now. Matter of fact, let me go get my paper calendar because I like to write stuff down. Hold on, Johnny. Let me get my paper calendar to see what's on my schedule because you be trying to, every time you call, Auntie told me, she said, girl, when Johnny called that phone, he wants something. Every time. It don't make no sense. You don't even call, she had a kid. I got a new grandbaby, Johnny. You didn't ask me how the baby was doing.
Congrats. Well, look, I'm so right. Look, my kid just turned 6. As you know, I'm busy as well. So look, I want to get this as soon as possible.
All right, that's fine. Listen, I don't have any availability until the week of Christmas.
Give me a second. Let me check mine as well. I got to check on my trainer's calendar as well.
You should have had that already handled, Johnny. You calling me. You should have had that calendar already out.
Give me a second, okay? So look, it's only about 20 minutes long. My trainer's calendar, and I want to get this done as soon as possible.
Oh my God.
If you'd be available.
Are you trying to rush me?
I'm trying to rush myself. Okay. So what I'm trying to do, look, what we do have available, it's only 20 minutes long. What I'm going to do is, would you be available tomorrow at either 6:15?
I will not be available tomorrow. I just told you, Johnny. You know me. I am your first cousin on your daddy's side. Okay.
You said until when?
And if I say I'm busy, and I'm not deviating from my calendar for you to do a presentation for me to get something that you want me to purchase ultimately, which is that's the only reason why we do this. We both in sales, we know the deal. So like I said, I got some availability the week of the 23rd. Either you want to roll on that week or we're not going to roll at all.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I was actually instructed to not book anything out more than 3 days because people do forget. Like you said, you're super busy. So look, what we're going to do instead, I'm trying to get this done as soon as possible. I'm not trying to rush you, but I do got to get this done. So as of right now, it seems like it's not, our calendars aren't going to line up. But look, at least you know what I do now. And that's my alarm. Look, I actually got to get into a meeting. But our calendars aren't lining up. So look, at least now you know what I do. It's something I'm going to be doing for the next 10 to 15 years. So in case you know anyone who either has questions about alkaline water or may be interested in it, I'd appreciate it if you kept me in mind. Sounds cool?
That's what's popping. I'll do that. And just call me Monday. Put it on your calendar to call me back on Monday so you can get on my calendar so we can do this. Okay? Don't be acting funny with me.
I'll call you as soon as we're back between that three-day window. Sounds fair?
Perfect. And I'm going to put some slots in here just for you, Johnny.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right.
Peace,
All
sir.
right, look,
All right, bye-bye.
peace.
And there it is, right? Coffee was going at it harder. Hey, boom, boom, boom. Hey, we can't just give in. At least me. I don't put nothing in my calendar within 3 days. So I was like, cool. If it doesn't work out, no biggie. I know you know what it's about. If she's experienced on what I'm going to do, no biggie. Hey, it's right here in the script. Just scroll right down. Seems like it's not going to line up. I'm not even just, at least you know what I do now. If anyone has any questions or may be interested, keep me in mind. That's how I would handle that situation. Okay. I don't put anything in my calendar that's not within 3 days because people will forget. There are some people that do live by their calendar, but sometimes I can't afford to find out who those people are going to be. And if you set an appointment about usually anything more than 3 days out, it's a high chance of people not showing up. Again, that's how me. I know some people work a little different, but that's just how I roll. But look, Coffee was letting us have it. Cousin. Coffee was letting us have it. But typically, lately, when I've been running into, like people are like, yo, cool, vacation, Cancun, Vegas, let's make it happen. Let me see. Let me put a stop on the share. Let me go here so I can read some stuff. Okay. I'm reading the chat. Copy, keep it real. She's a rough cousin. All right. I did all right. And took it away. So let's give me some feedback, Coffee.
So that was excellent, to be honest with you, because like right now I'm catching up from my being away for the funerals and everything, and I'm literally getting caught up, and I really appreciate you staying true to that 72-hour window because I do calendar people out based on my schedule. However, what you just said was really magical because you're only given a 72-hour window. That way people will be aware of what's going to happen. But here's what I do. I actually put people on my calendar and just let the system remind them. So
Gotcha.
that way, the appointments are in black and white. The system will remind them. And that way I know that they're on the calendar. And if they need to reschedule, they just click the button and reschedule on their own. But I like the way that you did it as far as the 72-hour window, because that makes me, get pretty much not, what is it called? Nailed to a specific time, as opposed to having it too far out on the schedule. So I appreciate that. I'm going to apply that. And I've been away for a minute, so you got to get me up to speed on the water filtration. You did great because you had that timer. I love the timer. That's another thing that was perfect because I could hear the timer in my ear as well. So it wasn't just you saying, "Oh, I gotta go." It was literally a timer that went off, and then you didn't let it linger past about maybe 20 more seconds in the conversation, so that you literally did the right thing by giving it to me and taking it away. So when you mentioned about that, are we able to be mentors now for water? Is that what's going on? Because I've literally been missing because of my family situation.
To be mentor, so I'm working with one of the water specialists. I'm really still not fully certified.
Okay,
So
but
yeah,
we can become mentors with water. So we're using the same philosophy as solar with the water now.
I believe so. If I'm wrong, anybody here correct me. But I
Okay.
believe it's going to be the same process as what it is with solar. You get your 3,
Okay.
then you do your 5, and then you move along. Now,
So do we actually have a presentation now, John?
for a water demo, I don't believe so. As of right now, I'm still, like I said, I'm still using the mentors. So I don't think we
Okay,
actually
gotcha.
have it. They're usually doing
Gotcha.
demos or live demos. But, for me,
Gotcha.
I've done hundreds of solar presentations and I've worked with a bunch of people. And I just know that's what there was a point in time where I was closing for about 6 people. I had 6 setters at a different company. And they had access to my calendar, and even with access to my calendar, they would double book or they would do certain things that I didn't have a calendar, leaves a different one. And so what I started doing, the way I book appointments is you're not allowed to even book an appointment. You got to call me on a 3-way. We'll do a discovery call, and then I'm going to set it because I want people to hear me set the expectation, set the appointment. And if they tell me, oh, let's do it, it's Monday. Oh, let's do it next Tuesday. Sorry, brother, I don't do anything more than 3 days out because people tend to forget. And then I'll figure out. Some people are really, really, really religious and follow their calendar religiously. So that's what the discoveries call is for. If I see they're like really, really meticulous, I might be like, okay, look, since I see you're about your calendar, can we find something in a 5-hour day instead, 5-hour window? I'll extend it slightly for them. If not, I'll tell them, you know what? I don't put anything more than 3 days out. What I'm going to do, you said you're available next Tuesday. Look, I'm going to give you a call Sunday evening or Saturday evening at this time. I'll schedule a call to schedule the appointment. So if they're like next Tuesday, but it's barely Monday, look, well, let me call you Sunday evening at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whenever, when we're a little bit closer, and let's put something solid in our calendar. Sounds fair?
I put that on my calendar too, like the call, so I can have their email.
Yeah.
Being very intentional to capture their information. So I do that so I can make sure that I actually have access to their email for future endeavor.
And I don't even want people in my calendar because I don't like reschedules. Because if let's say I'm working with 6 different people, someone books an appointment and then they cancel last minute or 3, I just burned off that whole time slot that was booked 2 weeks in advance or a week in advance when somebody that's, you know, else in the team that needs me could have booked that time slot. So I'm just like, you're not going on my calendar at all until I know it's set, it's solid. And then people that have worked with me, they know there's only a certain amount of people that are allowed to even like look at my calendar. Not because he's on my team, but Mark Stewart, when we were working, I know that if Mark called me, put something in my calendar, it's solid. He had access to it because I know if Mark has an appointment, and Miss Raven Stewart, I don't think she's on today. If they put an appointment in my calendar, I know the customer is damn near ready to sign. Because they set the expectation. I know I'm going to show up to an appointment with all decision makers. I know that I'm going to show up. They're probably going to have food for me. I mean, I'm leaving these houses with bags of fruit and food and all kinds of stuff. I'm serious. I've left houses with bags of lemons and oranges when I've been to appointments with Raven and with Mark. So there's a certain amount of people that I do allow to set appointments, but for the most part, I do 3-way discovery calls. I make sure I'll ask them questions, some pre-qualifications, and boom, set the appointment so the people that I'm working with know what expectations to set for me. Because every closer has different, works different ways. I'm borderline asshole when it comes to setting these appointments. Like I'm borderline a-hole where the point's like, yo, you're gonna be here, right? Look, the worst part of my job is when, especially if I'm going in person, worst part of my job is when I have to drive an hour to someone's house, I knock on their door and they're not there. Or even worse, I knock on their door, they're there, and then they turn the lights off, right? I got a special file in my brain for people like that. I don't want you to be in that file. It's not going to be you, is it? And usually they'll get a little chuckle. I'll get a chuckle, but I'm already letting them know, like, yo, if you ghost or cancel me, I'm already feeling about you a certain way. Right? People don't want to be put in that light. So I'm like a borderline a-hole when it comes to setting the point specifically for solar, for water. This is where we're starting to do. So now that was one of the scripts. Let me show you the other one. And you guys actually saw 2-in-1 right now. You saw how I was able to pivot from when I saw that coffee wasn't budging and she wasn't in the counter. I didn't get flustered. All I did was change to the indirect approach. Hey, no biggie. You're busy? Not a problem. Check this out. Well, at least now you know what I do, which leads to the second approach. Hey, what's up, cousin? How you doing? Look, really quick, didn't want to take up too much of your time. Just wanted to give you a call, let you know that I just started, doing this water stuff. I'm fired up. I'm super excited about it. I mean, everyone drinks water, right? Roaches need water. I'm going to be doing this for minimum the next decade, right? Just letting you know, in case you know anyone who either has questions about alkaline water or may be interested in looking into it a little bit deeper. I'd appreciate it if you kept me in mind. For some of those that don't want to ask for the appointment, for the help, like the first one, the second one's a little bit more indirect. You see that? I was able to book an appointment using the second script. Hey, keep me in mind. And they're like, well, what about me? What if I'm interested and I want to know more? Well, now that you mention it, let me call my specialist, get him on the line, do a quick discovery call, because we don't know if we can't do it everywhere. So he's going to ask you a few questions. Look, man, I'm still being trained. I'm still learning. So let me get him on the line real quick. He's going to ask you a few questions. And then if he sees that it'll be something suitable for you, we'll lock it down. That's my takeaway with water, right? We got to have a takeaway with solar. That's my takeaway with water. I'll get him on the 3-way call. I've been working with Delvon a lot. Delvon's a true professional. He's been doing this for over 22 years, close to 23. He knows his stuff. Delvon took one of my discovery calls into a credit check. He took it from discovery to running credit. Now, are all of them going to be like that? No. This person happened to purchase alkaline water at a water store, so they already knew the benefits. Asked a few key questions. Cool, sounds good. This is the price. This is what it's going to be. Let's run it. They failed, unfortunately, but the moral of the story. Look, guys, did you see as well how I didn't act like I'm the pro? Some people are professionals in other industries and are coming into this and have it's kind of hard to not be that pro. You got to let that go. It's okay to be back in the student seat. I love it. I didn't know anything about team building. I knew about sales. I didn't know anything about team building. So when I came here to build, I had to put myself back in the student seat. I love it. I love it. So it's okay to let people know that you don't know that. Who wants to give it a shot? Now let's open this up. Who wants to give it a shot? Who wants to have at this warm market script, either for solar or water? Doesn't matter. We're gonna open it up. Somebody, let me actually go into the chat. If you want to give it a shot, raise your hand with the little thing. Let's see. Anybody want to volunteer?
I'll give it a shot, Uncle Johnny. No problem.
Hey.
I want to go.
All right, there we go. And then I did see somebody is Keith9will@hotmail.com, and then he'll give it a shot next. So, what you gonna do, Mark? Are you gonna do the warm market, or are you gonna do what you've been doing?
Shit, it don't matter. What you got up?
I mean, I had the warm market, but I know you've been. So Mark's been working a lot of the real. He's been working the realtor script. Uncle Johnny, yeah. For those of you that don't know, when people call, I'm Uncle Johnny. Uncle Johnny on the calls, they're calling Uncle Johnny right when we role play. Mark has been doing. Look, guys, before we go, Mark, let me just show you guys what we have back here. We have the one I just did, right, and it gives you a rundown. If someone agrees, here's what you need. Okay, Uncle, thank you. Thank you for letting me practice. What I need from you is this. If they ask you a simple objection, how much does this cost? Look, we'll be able to tell you until we look at your bill to see how much electricity you're using and how much you're paying. Also, the way the sun hits your home and how much the sun exposure it gets makes a difference, right? If someone tells you it's too expensive, look, they even put the objection handling responses here, okay? We have elevator pitches for homeowners. We have elevator pitches for recruiting. Everyone needs to have an elevator pitch. If you meet someone at Target, you meet someone at the store, you meet someone literally in an elevator like Kalila did the other day, and she did a literal elevator pitch in an elevator, and she got a new affiliate. The pitches are here for homeowners and for recruiting, right? A soft approach to the warm market. You guys just saw me transition to that, okay? We have all kinds of stuff right here. There's a script for the business presentations. We have recruiting scripts for inviting people on your launch calls, right? An aggressive recruiting approach, right? Here's this one. And we have ones for calling realtors. We have some for realtors. So Mark on the call last time, him and Luis both called realtors, cold called them, right? He got and made I said I can kind of say they didn't get like an appointment, right? But they built a good relationship with somebody. They generated interest. As a matter of fact, with Luis, he actually got into his call and he told him, hey man, commission is this much, and we'll split that 50-50. The guy was kind of interested. He was like, whatever. But as soon as he told him, hey man, average commission is about $7,000, so you'd get half of that, the guy was like, oh Lord. He's like, oh wow. So he piqued his interest right then and there once he dropped some numbers. Right, but the script is here. He didn't go off the script. He was following the script. So, Mark, I know you're driving. We can keep going with the warm market. So this is the one I think a lot of people can benefit from right now.
All right, yeah, let's make it happen.
All right.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Ring, ring, ring.
Hey, yo, what's going on?
Uncle Johnny, my man, what's going on?
Same old. You know me, man. Having my menudo. I had a rough Sunday night.
God, got you. I'm surprised you ain't up early already drinking.
Yeah, what's going on, nephew?
Oh man, me just working, staying busy. How's the family?
Good, man. These bad kids running around being lazy, but we're making it happen.
There we go. There we go. Well, yeah, man. Look, I was calling because I want to let you know that I've been doing the solar for a cool minute now. Well, my company, we just added on a water filtration division, and I'm super excited. I'm in the middle of my certifications, so I can start doing it myself. So I'm working with a mentor, and part of my certifications, I need to do 3 presentations with the mentor, and I was wondering if you could help me out with that. Now, you don't have to buy anything. All you got to do is just, allow my mentor to stop by and, let him do the presentation. I'll be taking some notes and stuff like that so I can learn. And my company would give you a free 3-night and 4-day stay in Vegas or Cancun, Miami. We have a few different locations, but, Vegas is the most popular one since it's closer. But yeah, you think you help me out with that?
Question though, and do I have to pay for your certifications? Like, are you gonna come by, do some presentation, and tell me like, hey, can you help me pay for my license and my certification or whatever?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna need $500. Nah, I'm just playing. No, you don't have to purchase anything. It's no timeshare, nothing crazy like that. It's literally just appreciation for your time.
Okay. That's cool. I mean, I've been trying to go to Vegas. I don't drink no more. I don't wild out like I used to, but I know they got some good buffets, so I'm down to go down there, get some food, go to the shooting range.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, look, it come in handy. It's a win-win situation.
Okay, cool. So what do you need from me? And it's not going to take all day. You're not going to pull up and be chilling here all day, and then I gotta shoot.
I'm too busy for all that. It's a quick presentation. It's about 20 to 35 minutes, depending on how many questions you have. Real short and sweet, straight to the point.
All right, yeah, that's cool. Pull up. You just got to bring some food though. If you're gonna pull up with somebody, you got to pull up with some food.
With some food. What you want? What you want? Some tacos?
Yeah, some tacos. Some tacos are good. You already know.
All right. Yeah, I got you, Unc. I got you.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm looking at my specialist schedule right now. Today I got a crazy day, but let's see. Would you prefer the morning, afternoon, or evening?
Afternoon would be better.
Afternoon. Okay, so I have tomorrow at, let's see, what's this, 5:30, and then I have another slot at 7.
5:30
would be better.
5:30 would be better.
5:30. Okay, got you. Will my aunt be there as well?
Does she have to?
Look, I want her to be there just because she may have some questions about the water, some different questions than you might have, and I'd rather kill 2 birds with 1 stone,
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll have her be here.
All right, cool. She's gonna be there for sure?
Yeah, she'll be here.
All right, cool. So yeah, I'll see you there tomorrow at 5:30.
All right.
I got the information, so yeah, I'll just show up with my specialist, and I'll see you then.
All right, cool.
All right, appreciate you, man. I'll talk to you soon. See you tomorrow.
All right, see you tomorrow. There we go.
Sir.
There we go. Mr. Mark.
You had the timer on. I didn't hear the timer go
It
off.
didn't go up. The timer was on. You had a little bit under a minute to go, but knocked it down under 5 minutes.
There we go.
There we go, Mr. Mark. Man, put some love in the chat for Mark Stewart, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Put some love in the chat. Man, right? I mean, how hard was that? Does anybody think that's hard? I want to see you raise your hand in the chat if you thought that was hard. Right? I gave him a few things. I didn't give him a hard time, but I gave him a few kind of like, man, you're not gonna make me pay anything, am I? Right? You come over here, you try to sell me a box of chocolates or something, or hit me with a catalog from your kid's middle school. No fundraiser, nothing like that. Right? No. He kept it light. He kept it jokey. It was cool, laid back. And I wasn't like, if you make it a big deal, they'll make it a big deal. He was cool, calm, collected, did his thing, smooth like butter. And I mean, it was kind of like, yeah, cool, not a big deal. Pull up, a few minutes. All right, you better bring some food because real stuff. If you guys ever ask me for a favor, you got to come through with some food or a cold brew, not like a cold beer, a cold brew coffee. Now, I don't want you pulling up with a King Cobra. With some food. Hey, let's do it. As long as you're not going to be here all day, right? And those are the common things people will tell you. How long is it going to be? How long is it going to be? But once you throw in that vacation, telling you, people are like, yo, that's dope. Cool. I'm cool with that. Right. Just know for the vacation, FYI, they do have to find a way to get there. And they do just pay for the property. Excuse me, I keep saying property taxes. They just pay the sales tax or the resort fees. That's it. The actual stay would get covered by us. That's huge. Okay. But how easy was that? Great job, Mark. Appreciate it, giving it a shot. Who else? Somebody else here had raised their hand that they wanted to give it a shot. Keith. Keith9will@hotmail.com.
Yeah. I'm glad I just noticed that you were doing this. I didn't know who you were, but I'm glad that I reflexively got on this because I'm so busy, man. I said, no, I can't do another. But I'm glad I did this, man, because of your language. I'm not going to go into my whole background. You don't know me, but I'm glad I'm hearing this because of your language. I can tell you from similar places that I came up with. So what I would like to do is I would like to give you a hard time. Just like my associates been giving me a hard time. Because see, where I grew up, man, there's some people they so skeptical, they don't believe in air until they feel the wind blows.
I love that. I'm taking that from you.
Right, take it. So I didn't roll up my sleeves with this as quick as I should have because there was stuff in the way. Now I'm ready to go with this, but my warm market is worse than cold market. They give me a hard time, man. So I'm trying to get my posture, and like I can hear what you're talking about. I want to do some of that posture training so I can have the posture to go at, the high functioning people. But for right now, I like to give you a hard time as a warm market.
We can run that in a bit. I want to have somebody else actually run through the script because I wanted some people that are new. Now you can get my contact, and we could even do it on the side after the call. But right now, I want people to people that haven't done it before to step up to the plate and go through the script. Right? They can give it a shot because when we started doing this, I mean, I know Gabby hadn't really been running through it like that. Mark hadn't been running through it like that. Layla, people weren't really using those scripts. And the other day when we've been practicing and role playing and we did it live, it showed great results across the board. Nobody, guys, they're here. These guys are here. They can call me up. Nobody that made a call got to know. No one got to know. Everyone wants to say, hey, okay, yeah, give me a shout, shoot me some info, or hey, let's stay in touch, or yeah, here's the appointment. But nobody got to know. No one told anybody to go F off or to go F themselves or nothing like that. Right?
Okay, I misunderstood. I thought you was going to be soliciting me and I was going to give you a hard time. But go ahead, go with your people that know the script because I don't know the script.
No, that's the thing. We want people that don't know the script. You can read it up. Literally what we were doing, we were reading it off the screen when we were calling. So the first one, I just wanted to show you guys how to run it. I did the first one because I wanted you guys to run it. But now, this is literally what we're doing. We get on the phones, we set the timer, we put the script on the screen, and people are reading it as they're calling.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bow out of that, but I would like to reach out to you another time and tell you some of the stuff that they be coming at me and see what your comeback could be. All right.
Yes, and then tune in on Fridays. Fridays when I'm going to be doing these trainings. So Fridays you tune in at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard. I don't know where you're at, but 12 o'clock Pacific Standard. Tune in, and we can answer all your questions, concerns, and we can role play it, and we can go into detail, go into depth.
Right. That's 3 o'clock my time. I'll be sure to be there. Thank you, man.
Yeah, no worries. Now, someone else who wants to give it a shot. Mr. J says, hey, last time, Mr. Meadows, you were saying you were going to change your name, right? Because you were tired of us calling you J&J.
Hey, I did not get to that, man. Appreciate you.
No biggie. But for
I'm the James of the J&J.
My LLC is actually J&J Son. So, hey,
Nice.
I love the name. Now, briefly before we get started, everyone asking me for the scripts. I'll upload them into the WhatsApp shortly once we're done, because we do have them on the door to door, but I don't think they're on the main chat. So I will share them unless somebody here has them. Let me see.
Well, I
But I'll
appreciate
share
you
them
doing
on
this
there.
this morning, man. This is, putting the feet to the fire, and I appreciate it.
Of course, that's what we do, man. That's what we have these trainings. We have these trainings to help, back to the basics, man. This is 101. When you first start doing something, this is intro 101, right? Calling your warm market, doing it a certain way. What I love about this script is it's like very nonchalant, and we have various scripts. So, you wanted to run it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let me share my screen. Put the script back on there.
And this is
Okay.
just warm market. We know each other. Just trying to get you to sit down for an appointment, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And you can follow the script. So this is pretty much asking for a vacation. You can do solar, you can do water, just so I know.
Oh, I'm gonna do solar.
Okay, perfect. So it's right there. There it is.
Ring, ring.
Hey, yo, what's going on?
Johnny, what's up? How you been?
Great, man. Been great. I'd be lying to you if I told you otherwise. How about yourself?
All right, man. Staying busy. You know me.
Like always.
Hey, man, I got a favor to ask you. Look, I'm getting started in this solar industry business, and it's looking real promising. Very excited about it. Trying to get through the certification process, and I need your help.
Okay, do I gotta pay for your certifications or something? You asking me for? Do I gotta MoneyGram you some money or something? What are we talking about here?
No, not at all, man. I just need some of your time. I need about 45 minutes on a Zoom call if you have that available in the next couple of days.
It just depends, man. It just depends. Look, we're gonna stop it here. All right. What we're gonna take it back to the top. I like the way you started, but we're gonna run through the script. Okay. We're just gonna go. Look, man. I just started a new career in solar. I'm super excited about it. Look, I'm
My
finishing up.
bad.
Yeah, I got it on you. No worries. That's why we do these trainings, right? No worries. This is the safe zone. This is the practice field. This is the practice court. This is why we do it. So no worries.
Okay.
Just run through the script as obviously throw your personality into it, but try to follow it right here. Look, I'm currently wrapping up my cert. I just need 4 more designs.
Got you.
I'm wondering if you can help me out with this. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to go solar. Just let me present it to you. And just for letting us do it, we'll actually give you a vacay. So just run through the script.
Got you. Okay.
Johnny,
what's up?
Let me restart the timer. All right, good.
All right, Johnny, what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing great, buddy. How about yourself?
Good, man. Look, I just started a new career in the solar industry, and I'm super excited about it. And I'm currently finishing up my certification. I need 4 more solar savings report, and I thought of you, and I wanted to see if I can present that.
Yeah, man. So it's cool. So what do I got to do?
So here's how you can help me out. You don't have to go solar or anything. You just have to let me present the savings plan to you.
Okay.
Okay. And as a bonus, as an extra part, I thought you'd like this. If you allow me to present to you, my company will give you a 3-night, 4-day stay out in Vegas. I know how you like Vegas. And that's what we can do for you.
Man, you know me too well, but like some of that old me is no longer me. But like I still like Vegas. I like the food. I like the shooting range they got going on. That sounds fair, like you said. So I don't have to buy nothing. I just got to sit down.
No, you would help me out, man. You don't have to buy a thing. You just let me present it to you. And like I said, we can just plan that out here in the next couple of days. You got an hour in the next couple of days.
Yeah, I can do it tomorrow.
Tomorrow, about what time?
Tomorrow 7 o'clock would work.
7 a.m.
PM.
Oh, PM. Okay. Can we push it back to 6:30?
6:30. I mean, if we have to.
All right. Well, hey,
I had to stop watching Judge Judy a little earlier, I guess.
Right. Hey, you can give that up. Hey, I just need your what's the physical address over there? And I'm gonna need a copy of your utility bill.
Okay. It's 1. My address is 1 my street is 1, and the zip code is 1. There you
Got
go.
it, got it. Do you have a way to send me that utility bill? Be it like a picture on your phone or something, or?
Got paid online.
Yeah, do you have a physical copy of the bill though that you could share with me?
I could send you the PDF.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
All right, and I got your phone number here. I got your email. All right, man, I will see you tomorrow about 6:30.
Okay, I did have a question. How much, in case I mean, I am interested, how much does this cost?
This is no charge to you at all, man. This is going to give you just options to know what solar could do for you, possibly save you some money, and we just want to give you the plan.
Okay.
No money involved.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
All right. All right, you still have 2 minutes on the clock. 3 minutes.
Thank you for holding me back to the script.
We have to. And how do you do, right? You did good. And is this your first time going through it?
No, I've been on the phone.
But going through that script?
I've used it as a guide.
Okay. That was really good. So now it's just, look, the more we do it, the more it's kind of, you start to kind of memorize it. And now I still, look, when I call people, I still kind of use it as a guide, but the more you do it, the more it'll be in your head and you're just skimming through. One thing though, that I'm going to tell you, it seems like the more you go through, you're going to be even smoother because this one was a lot smoother than the first one. One thing I'm going to say is when you're asking for the appointment, don't let them pick, right? It's like when you go to the doctor, when you call your doctor, you let them know, hey, doctor. You don't ever say, hey, doctor, what's going on? I don't feel good. I'm going to pull up tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
Right.
The doctor will tell you, hey, that's beautiful. You can pull up, or you're just going to chill in the waiting room all day because no one's going to see your ass at 9 o'clock tomorrow. Right? I got an appointment. If you want an appointment, we can see you the day after at either 10:15 or 11:45. Pick one. Right? So we're the solar doctors, we're the water doctors, we're the specialists here. So we got to set the time and the place. And because that's just me though, okay? Like
No, that's a great
we're
point.
different. So this is how I like to work. Other people operate different. So I'm not going to say it's wrong or it's right. I'm sharing with you guys from my perspective, from my point of view, how I like to do it. I like to lay out a day and time. And again, if it's more than 3 days out, I don't even set it. I'll set an appointment to call them to set the appointment. I'll set an appointment for the appointment. But if you give people time, you let them pick when works best for you, guess what? Now you're working for them. Now you're working on their time. I don't want people to break, right? But people do got to bend a little bit. So that's what I like to give to, you see what Mark did in the past call. What he did is he narrowed it down. Hey, are mornings or evenings better for you? He's funneling it, right? Okay, evening. Now let me check my time slot. I have these 2 time slots available. This time or this time. And then, okay, boom. This time. Sounds good. If someone says this time's not the greatest, there's a way of going about it, but that's a whole different training that we do. I have a training specifically on appointment setting, how to set proper expectations, store approach flow, and stuff like that, where we go in more in detail. But it's always best to give them a time, give them options. And like you saw me what I did with coffee. If you gotta be willing to lose the appointment, at least me. Just like sometimes you gotta be willing to lose the close. Right? If you're out on the doors, you gotta be willing to not. You gotta set a standard, and people will see. Oh, this person put the foot down. What happens when it's not used to happen to me? I know from experience. When I used to tell homeowners on the doors, I used to be on the doors a lot. Hey, well, when's the best time for you? They would cancel on me. They would ghost me, reschedule on me left and right. Why? Because I'm working on their time, so they can do whatever they want. But when I set a time, they're working on my time now. They have to bend a little bit. Now they have to kind of shift their day a little bit, and they have to adjust, which means that they're more than likely to be there, and that will reduce your reschedules, that will reduce your cancellations, and getting ghosted. That helped me out a lot because I used to do that, and a buddy of mine went out of the doors and heard me set an appointment. He said, "Bro, no wonder, you're out here working a lot, but this is why people are ghosting you because you're doing it on their time." And that clicked for me, and it allowed me to set the tone and allowed me to say, "Hey, no, that doesn't work out. Look, I'll circle back with you." But other than
It's
that,
great feedback, Johnny. I appreciate it.
yeah, and that goes to everybody in standard because I went through that. I went through that myself. So I know firsthand, man, you guys that have been in the game long enough, you know what it sucks to get ghosted, especially if you have to drive, especially if you're going in person. it sucks getting ghosted. You pull up, man, you're just like, oh man. If it's early enough in the day, you can door knock, right? If it's early enough in the day and you get ghosted, you can door knock. But if it's in the evening, it's already late, it's like, oh, you mother could have told me. So I have a whole training on appointment setting. Okay, look, Mr. Homeowner, I have 6:45 or 7:50 or 7:30 available. Which one works best for you and your spouse? That one? Okay, perfect. Look, I'm locking you in my calendar. I'm going to send you a text confirmation right now. Do me a favor. You have your phone on you? Put me in your calendar. You have a calendar you follow? Put me in your calendar, please. Before I do anything, Mr. Homeowner, let's double check. If it's a guy, let's double check, bro. You sure you got no recitals going on tomorrow? There's no games. There's nothing you got going on. Is the wife here? Double check with your wife, please. Because look, bro, I know how I am as a guy. I'll be booking stuff. Don't let my lady know. And next thing you know, I booked something that we had going on that I forgot. Let's just double check to make sure that everything's good. Sounds fair? Fair. If it's the ladies, hey, miss, let's double check. You sure you got no recitals, no games going on tomorrow? Let's double check with your husband. You know how us guys are. We're a little on the dumb side. He might have scheduled something that you're not even aware of. So can we just double check? Cool, right? I'd rather have them do that and look on their calendar and be like, oh, you're right. No, we actually do have a recital I forgot about. I'd rather have them do that and not put them on my calendar than me just settle for any appointment and then show up and they're like, oh, sorry, we forgot. Our kid was playing the clarinet, for the Santa's little marching band. And now, we have to roll out. Right? I'd rather have them double check. And then I'm like, okay, perfect. No, you got nothing going on. You just double check. Perfect. So I'm locking you in my calendar. And I'll show them my calendar. I'll show you guys my calendar as well. I'll show them my calendar so they can see that I'm not just BSing. If you don't have a calendar, pretend you're looking at your calendar. Pretend. Imagination, right? You better pretend you're busy. This is sit from yesterday. Look at your calendar, being perfect. I'm locking you in. Now, if anything changes, Mr. Homeowner, please let me know in advance. The worst part of my job is when I have to drive an hour to someone's house and they're not there, or worse, they're there and they don't open the door. Okay? Or the worst part of my job, if you're doing it via Zoom, is when I book an appointment for one of our specialists and we have a lot of people on the waiting list and then someone doesn't show up. That's like the worst part of my job because, we're taking time away from other people. We're helping out a lot of people right now. We're super slammed. So please let me know in advance. That way we can fill up your time slot. Sounds fair? Fair? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Boom. As for the information, I always like to ask for the bill. Hey, so by the way, you happen to know your annual kilowatt usage? They say no. I always set the appointment first and I get a bill at the end. Once the appointment's locked in, the job of the person setting the appointment is to sell the appointment. It's not to sell solar, sell this, sell that. Your job is to set the appointment. Sell that time slot. You let Idris and you let Jabari and you let Pete and you let the big boys come in and you let them do. You let Jabari do Jabari things. you let Idris do Idris things. But look, sometimes she'll be on your calendar. Look, I'm super slammed. I'm gonna lock you in right here. If anything changes, let me know so I can fill your time slot. Give me a second, guys. I'm getting blown up on my phone. Now, this is pretty much. Anybody have any questions before we roll out and move into the next segment, the sales training? Are you guys liking this? We can keep rolling. We can keep role playing. I mean, today they got me here. We're in person, but we can keep rocking it out. We could do a few more. As a matter of fact, I might have Roberto do if he's available. You available?
Yeah. Let's do it, Johnny.
Because Roberto has a very good way I like the way Roberto does his. So before we roll out, I would like to have Roberto rock it out.
Thank you, Johnny. Am I calling Uncle Johnny?
You're calling your Tío Johnny. All right, ready when you're ready.
Ring, ring.
Hey, yo, what's going on?
Hey, Uncle Johnny, how you doing?
I'm doing amazing. How about yourself?
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. If I was doing any better, my name will be Uncle Johnny. Hey, how's the family, man? How are my cousins, my tia?
Your tia's good. Your cousins are just being lazy. Causing a ruckus like always. Better kick them out.
Don't say that, man. You're gonna get in trouble. Hey, Uncle, the reason why I'm calling you, I only have a couple more minutes, but I got into a new industry and I don't have a whole lot of information, but I'm super, super excited about it. I'm going through a certification program right now, and I'm partnering with a gentleman that has over 10 years of experience in solar. And I need to present four solar proposals. I know that you've always been there for me. You know, I trust you. I trust your judgment. And I wanted to see if you can help me out. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to do anything from your side. Just let me take my mentor with me. This is going to be basically for me to take notes, nothing else, right? You can ask all the questions you want during the presentation. And then by you letting me do that, my company is going to allow me to give you guys a voucher for you and my tia to go to Vegas, Cancun, or any other destinations that we have available. Would you be down to help me with that, Uncle?
Yeah, I mean, just the only thing you said about your certifications, do I have to like help you pay for something? Is it like some type of fundraiser? You're not gonna show up like a pamphlet from your kid's school. I gotta buy these gingerbread
No,
house
no, no.
something.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing like that. So, like I said, this is just for me to take notes, right? The more questions that you ask during the presentation, the better, because that would allow me to learn more as I'm watching my mentor present to you. So that's basically all it is. Just do me a solid by asking all the questions that you might think of.
All right. Yeah, that sounds cool. We're planning on going to Vegas anyways. There's a really good shooting range out there. I want to go shoot the tank and all that good stuff. So that sounds, man, that sounds cool. Just what do you need from me?
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So let me go ahead and just set it up real quick. There are a couple of things that we need. One of them is your electrical bill. Do you get that on the mail, Uncle, or do you get it by email?
No, I do it all online. I don't even
You
want to
do
look
it
at
online?
it. I get sad.
Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna text you my email address. Do me a favor. Can you go ahead and email your bill to me right now, please?
Yes, sir. Boom, boom, boom. Email. You got mail.
Okay, perfect. So, okay, so I got the email address. I got your phone number, obviously. The address. Now, this is all I need for now. Let me just go ahead and look at my mentor schedule real quick. All right, so I see an opening tomorrow. What time do you and my aunt get home from work?
We'll be home by 6 o'clock tomorrow in the
6
evening.
o'clock.
But I
Okay.
don't think she even want to be part of this, bro. I think she gets annoyed because our house gets hit by a bunch of door knockers. So she'd be annoyed. I could just probably do it on my own.
All right, so check this out, Theo. Because again, this is for my training certification. The more questions that we can ask, the better. And I know that, like for example, my wife, man, she's super sharp and she has all kinds of questions. If you don't mind, Uncle, can my aunt be there during the presentation with you?
Okay, yeah, I'll make sure she's there. I'll make sure she's there. She should be here. But 6 o'clock still works.
6 o'clock. Okay, let me check my mentor's calendar real quick. Hold on. Because I want to be respectful of your time and my mentor's time. This gentleman, you're gonna love him, bro. I'm learning so much from him. Let me see here. He's available at 6 o'clock. He's booked. I have 6:30 or 7, Theo.
Let's do 6:30. 6:30 is fine.
6:30?
That gives you an additional 30 minutes to pick up some tacos on the way to the house.
Oh, for sure. I'll take you some tacos. Yeah, for sure. All right, cool. Um, That's awesome. That's all I need. I'm gonna set it up right now. Let me send it to you real quick. Okay, so you're gonna get an email with the confirmation of the calendar. There you go. Did you get it, Theo?
Got it.
You got it? Okay. Beautiful. Awesome. So I'll see you tomorrow with my mentor. Again, have questions, right? You and my tia ask them everything that you can think of, because this is going to actually help me take notes and learn from for all the presentations in the future, because my goal is to be able to do this on my own eventually.
Okay, and if I am, how much does this even cost?
I'll be honest, Theo, I don't know, and this is what I'm learning from him. So those are the type of questions that I want you to write down and have available for him.
Okay, sounds fair.
But what I can promise you is that I'm taking a senior and he knows the ins and outs of the industry, Theo.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Theo, I gotta go. I'll call you. I'll call you later. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
There we go. Roberto. Smooth like butter, right? one thing that he did very well, right? He's calling you his war market. Hey man, you've always been there for me. You've always helped me out. He's kind of, buttering him up. And man, you've always been there for me. You've always helped me out. I know I can count on you. I trust your judgment. Buttering him up. Now, I'm sure he's genuine about it, right? So, but he's getting them into the flow of things. Set the appointment right, took it away, didn't act like the pro, didn't pretend to be a pro. Hey, look, when I asked him a question at the end, how much does this cost? What did he say? Look, I don't know. Write that down. When I try to take away my wife not being there, what do you say? Hey, you know how ladies are, man. They're sharp. Look, the more questions you ask, the better of a learning experience it is for me. So ask all the questions you have. That's an excellent question. Ask the professional. He already edified on top of that. He edified the professional of who he's going to go in with. Hey, man, this guy's been doing it for this long, so on and so forth. He's going to answer all your questions. So that makes me feel comfortable as well. Like, you did not show up with some tonto, are you? Some guy that just from down the street. But no, he's like, hey, I'm showing up with this guy, boom, 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 boom. So he did. There was layers upon layers upon layers of good things that he did on here, right? But this is what we do, guys. We do this I do it specifically on my call. Sometimes, we shift because David Randon also has, he does a lot of, one thing that he does on his call. He uses a lot of the back office trainings that we have that a lot of us don't look at, just like what I do with the scripts. A lot of us don't look at these scripts. So my job to bring it out. David Rendon goes and does a lot of the Ricardo Ricky trainings and the Danny Pesci trainings and brings them to light. You guys don't understand. Thousands of dollars. I was going to buy Danny Pesci's training years ago, but it was thousands of dollars. I was like, hell no. Now we get it with our back office. We have JC's bulletproof mindset. We have a bunch of stuff, and David goes through a lot of that. Luis as well. Luis shares a lot of experiences that he's doing. We do a lot of roundtable discussions. People bring their problems to light, and then we help out when we can. And then David Ramos also does a lot of role playing, objection handling, different things like that. So 12 o'clock Pacific Standard. Do the math according to your time zone, because I know there's Mountain Time, Central Time, Eastern Time, whatever the hell it is. Do the math. Pacific Standard. Tune in to the door-to-door. It says door-to-door, but we focus on door-to-door, but we also do a few other things like this. So tune in, ask your questions. Let's role play. Let's practice. Drillers, drill. Drillers are killers. All right. So that's what I got for you guys for right now. For this section, I'm going to transition to the living room. I'm going to go to the main room and with the people in person, but we can stay on. I'm going to continue to elaborate on some of these things and go over some wins and stuff like that. But I hope you guys got some value. I hope you guys like what you saw. If you do, put some fire in the chat. Are you guys asleep? You guys are asleep.
That was an incredible training, Johnny. Like always. Appreciate you.
Period. Dope as always.
Thank you.
No, that's incredible, Johnny.
Thank you, guys. Well, like I said, those of you are going to stay on, stay tuned in. We're about to kick some more game. Let me leave this.
What up? Johnny, what's up? How you doing, buddy? What's up? Hey, like your shirt.
Thank you.
What's up, bro? How you doing, bro? Doing great.
So look, what's my number two?
Wait. Oh, the girl.
Yeah, so the meeting for an hour.
Yeah, and then he went over. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I waited. I didn't want you. I'm not.
No.
I don't want to because you can see your left. He left. I didn't want JC to see that because I know he's gonna call me. Dropped off.
Yeah.
And because I didn't call me every time, but I said no. I'll just.
Oh, yeah, it just, for me, it's like I had a, like when you were gonna leave, I was gonna leave, I'm like, I would have,
Yeah.
like, waited even longer, would have cut into my door.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like. So guys, how you doing?
Good, good.
Great.
Feeling?
Good.
Some of you guys are regulars on the call, so it was just another day in training in paradise, right?
Yeah, I drove out here from Bueno.
Nice.
This is the guy that.
So, okay, how long you, that's the one you elevator pitch, right?
Still over an
I
hour.
wasn't lying.
Yeah.
I wasn't lying. I don't lie. Even I'm gonna ask them to bury me standing up, so even when I'm dead, I don't lie.
He came in
Nice.
and he moved somebody else in.
When I, like you said, we gotta talk to them and get them upgraded to a real account, because
Right.
affiliate is just an affiliate. I mean, there's value in it, right? But there's a way, there's levels to affiliates, and I'm sure JC has told you guys, like, usually when I put someone as an affiliate, they're pretty solid. Where someone that with intentions to upgrade them.
Right. I bring people in as an affiliate if they have to come in as an
Right.
affiliate, to position them. I tell them you want to upgrade ASAP.
Yes, so like that one, this guy,
I was telling him, you want to come in as a builder.
go. Let's work on them in a little bit. How's it going, everybody? How you guys doing? I still see some of you, Mr. J and J. Great job on the. Gotta show you some love, man. Since we started the sales, I know people got stuff to do. I got stuff to do. I gotta pick up a rental. I gotta drop off my car. I got somebody hit my car the other day on the freeway on the 91. Big ass car. Luckily, they weren't going that fast. Sorry, kids. Luckily, they weren't going that fast.
Nice.
But they still hit me, dented my car. You know everything now. It's like all plastic. Hey, Lisa came in ready for some soccer. What's going on? There's a chair, there's an open chair here.
Got a body shop ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Know what you do?
I have a body shop over here.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I let these guys run it because it was their fault. It was a big old truck hit me. And we worked it out. They're like, hey, can we no, bro, you know what? Unfortunately, I've done this before. I've been trying to be a nice guy. Like, hey, let's work it out. So I always ask that too. I always ask, oh yeah, hey, hermano. Next thing you know, change your phone number or whatever. So look, you can blame the people in the past for me not wanting to do this. No, I need your information. Let's get it rocked out.
Yeah.
Call them, and I already got I'm gonna go drop off rental, all that stuff sorted out. So I got to do all that before I pick up my kid from school. But welcome to the call. Welcome to the training. How was the weekend?
It was awesome. It's
Good.
amazing.
J and J, see you got your hand raised.
Let me get off mute here.
Take off the mute.
Sorry, yeah. Hey, real quick from your last session. He was, I forget the guy's name. He was making the appointment while on the phone. How do you do that? I feel like I have to get the email, the address, the utility bill, all of that before I even make the appointment with the mentor. How is he accessing the calendar to know when the mentor was available? So that kind of confused me.
Roberto has a relationship with the closers already. So they give them access. Like, again, not everybody's, look, the better appointments you set, the more end up, look, there's these guys, these closers are amazing closers. So as you guys can see, or maybe you guys can't see, but when we get a lead, it says reject or approve. We can reject their ass if we see that it's not a really good, well set appointment or whatever. The better relationship you start having with these closers, the better appointments you set, the better quality of sets that you put together, they'll start giving you access to their stuff. They'll start to trust you, just like I did. Like I mentioned, Mark hits me up. Hey Johnny, I got the same day. I got this before when he wasn't closing yet. I knew that it was going to be a quality appointment. I mean, I think we sat. I don't know how many people we sat, but I think our closing ratio was like in the 90, like not even exaggerated. Like they had to fail credit. Because he set the appointment like I need the decision makers. I need this, I need that, I need this and that. Boom, boom, boom. We showed up. It was just like, and plus he's a likable guy, so they're already liking him. So we showed up. I just gotta show him the value. I gotta do my part, right? It wasn't an uphill battle. I've been in sits where it's just like a crappy sit, and it's like an uphill climb. I gotta like rework everything from the beginning, from building rapport to this and that. When I put up with Mark and when I put up with Raven Stewart, which I don't think she's on, she's gonna become a builder. Man,
I damn near just had to pull up and run credit because of the quality appointments that they set. So they had like full access to a bunch of my stuff. You know, so once you start sending, like Roberto has access to some calendars where he can just go on their calendar, set the appointment. Or Roberto, if you want to answer that and if you want to elaborate on that, I saw you.
Yeah, I can. Mr. JJ, so my suggestion is I would, because you can go into the back office and then on the lead section, when you pull up a mentor's name, some of them have their Calendly link and you can look at it ahead of time, right? So that is something that I do to make sure that I have someone available, or at least their calendar. So when I'm making the call, I know their availability. So and then if, let's say, your mentor is your sponsor is a mentor, you can also talk to him and say, you know what, just giving you a heads up, I'm going to make a few calls right now. Do you have a schedule that you can send me? So that way, I like to be prepared, because you never know, right? You might have one appointment, two appointments, right? And the more prepared that you are when you call people, the better, whether it's for water, whether it's for solar. But yeah, that's basically what I do if I'm tagging somebody. I'm going into the back office, I'm adding the like a fictitious or test lead, and then I pull up the name of the mentor that you want to partner with, and then a lot of the times they have their calendar link in there.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're gonna come across a borderline a-hole like me who's not gonna put nothing in, but like, hey, call me, let's do a discovery, right? And again, that's just from my experience. As things come along, then people start getting more access to my stuff because I have a certain way of doing things, of running appointments, setting appointments. Now, you don't have to do things the way I do it. I think it's always good to learn a little bit from everybody, but I do have a system, and I do have at least basic things have to be set in play for me to run the appointment. We had one with Lisa. She had the appointment. She had the bill. She had both homeowners. We actually ran one last night. She had everything lined up. So I already know she's starting to understand my system. And as we get more and more of these, together, okay, here's this, just put it in, let's rock it out. But a lot of times I like to do 3-way discovery calls, and it's good to find out, it's good for people to hear as well. Like when I was doing that with people that were mentoring me, like, as a matter of fact, let's take it to the present. I'm being mentored by Delvon right now when it comes to the water. I do these 3-way calls. I'm back in the student seat. I love it. I love it because it's like you're learning, you already know, but you're back. You humble yourself, put yourself in the learner seat and learn the game. Just because you're a pro at something else doesn't mean that it's okay. Be a student again. There's more to learn. But now you're learning with experience. It's a little different when you're learning it but don't done nothing, but you already have experience, put you back in the student seat. Now you're learning with the experience behind you. So I'm a student. When I do the discovery calls with Delvon, we do these 3-ways. I'm hearing him answering questions. I'm hearing him what he does to pique interest, to get information out of them, so on and so forth. Like I said, it got to a point that one of the people we were talking to on the 3-way discovery call drinks alkaline water, has been drinking it for years. Their kids are athletes. They know the benefits, how quick how the hydration difference. They say their kids, since they're high performance athletes, they notice it when they drink different water. So for them, it's like it's a must. But she got tired. They live in a 2-story. She got tired of carrying those jugs up and down the stairs. So I heard Delvon asking different things, boom, 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 asking this, asking that. Next thing you know, I see him going from discovery into full on this raw mode. He turned on the boosters, right? We didn't have to we need to do a presentation. Like he already knows. Plus, we can't do the whole home filtration. It was an apartment. Yeah. So I had to go with either under the sink or the countertops. So now he's asking, right? He's funneling from, he saw her level of interest and took it to from here, from discovery to let's make it happen, Captain. So now he was just having her pick from the countertop or the 75. Right, and then he took it all the way and ran credit. This failed credit, unfortunately. But, I love these 3-way calls. I'm a student. When I got them, whoa, that was like, it's like, for me, it's like taking the same thing. You know how it is. You knock on a door and you take it from the door to the couch to running credit. Some of you guys have been knocking doors lately. That's like the best feeling. That's the feeling that I got when we're doing that. But any other questions in regard to what we were going through earlier with the scripts? Anybody in the Zoom have any questions?
No, I like it, Tony. Johnny. I like it
Tony,
a lot.
chingaste.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Johnny.
that's my brother Roberto. Another person I learned a lot from. I learned a lot from Roberto. I'm one of his students. I learned a lot from him when it comes to, he opened my eyes to the other side, not just the sales side. So, hey, networking events, do this, do this, do this, do that. So I'm one of his mentees when it comes to that. But anybody have any questions? What we did earlier, we talked about? No? All right, let's go through some wins. Anybody who got some wins? Let's start from. We're gonna go counterclockwise. And then we go also to we're also gonna go into the Zoom. So if you got your wins, write them down, get them ready. And let's just try to keep them a little not super short, but just not Titanic mode either. Right? You know how that movie goes. Oh, I had to bring out the Rolodex, huh? Let us check out the scroll. Look at let me. Once upon a time, we got 75 builders. We're going this way.
You want to start?
We'll start with you. Benjamin, what are your wins? My homie Benjamin.
Yeah, man, we've been doing a lot of the events, a lot of networking events this past couple of weeks, and got a new builder on the team. Well, so you say builders?
It is gonna drip down to builders. Right now, we got the official.
Yeah, so we're working with this team of financial experts, and we thought it would be Johnny thought it would be a great idea, you know, what we have going on with the Smart Money Club to kind of merge what they're doing, and you know, they have a whole team already, other financial experts, and you know, they showed us their opportunity, we showed them our opportunity, we're merging that together, so pretty excited to see what this brings, and you know, go from there.
It takes a little work. Mark we went out to a networking event. He met these people. They just clicked, invited us to their office. We talked about it last week. They presented their opportunity after hooking us up with some food. And I'm like, hey, look, I told them straight up, look, man, I can't really work with you. I don't got time for this. We got something good going on, but I think we can collaborate and make it better than just you recruiting me. We can actually be some sort of referral partners. Roberto kicking game to me, right? He's the one that again started telling me, hey, there's a Smart Money Club. So then I'm like, you got a few minutes. For what? I'll show you what we do so you have a better understanding of what I'm talking about instead of just recruiting, having a partnership. So set up the slides, present it to them, they loved it. They went to Calvin's event on Tuesday. And then they were interested, but said their uplines had a few questions and thought it would be a conflict of interest. And I was like, well, how? Right? Ask questions. How is it a conflict of interest? We don't sell financial services. We don't do none of that. How is it a conflict of interest? And you know what? Can you come to our office Saturday and just show them what you showed up? I bet your ass I can. I'm running a training at 11 o'clock. Can I do my training from your office? Can you book me a room? It's like, yeah. So we booked a room, did my training. From there, I went straight to the office, did our thing. About 10 minutes in, I was like through slide number 2, and they were like, man, oh my God, I already know the first 4 people that I'm gonna get. And she's already writing names. It got to a point where the guy that we were prospecting, he's like, put on time out real quick, Johnny, can I talk to you? Went outside, he said, hey, she was already asking, how do I sign up? What's the initiation fee? So he had to take me outside and be like, hey bro, we're gonna sign up first. They're gonna sign up under us, and they're gonna sign up. So they were like, no, we're going first. Like, don't listen to her. We're going first. You gotta sign up under me. So it put a fire on him, like, yo, man, no. My upline is not gonna be my downline. From the script. So that put a fire on him, but they did have certain questions. Guys, if I don't have an answer, I'm confident about him. Hey, I don't have the answer, but I can get you that answer. Right? Be confident about it. It's different your posture when you don't know an answer. It's how you handle it. Like, oh, I was like, oh, this is a scaredy cat. This is weenie, but when you like, hey, look, I don't know, but check this out. I have the right people for it that can answer those questions. Look, I'm this specialist. I've actually never had those questions before. Let me write them down. Pull out my notebook, wrote down the questions. Who else? That, perfect. Okay, I don't have answer to that. what I'm gonna do, I'll set something up with somebody that can answer these questions for you. I sent, put on my phone, I sent Wences a text. You got a few minutes. And I sent it, and I went back while they were talking, and I took a picture of the room. And I sent it to him, like, you got a few minutes? He got it.
It's urgent.
Yeah, it's urgent. So I had to show him, like, look, I'm not just in my basement chilling. You know, I'm here right now. Sent him a picture, and he responded. He's like, I'll hit you up in a few when I'm done with my haircut. Cool. So we took off. This guy took me to another room to start signing up. Because as soon as we went back in the room, he looked at his dad and said, give me your card. Pull out his card. So he started pulling up. I already have Mark's link. I have my team's links. So, you know, we help each other out. So I already had his link ready, locked and loaded, send it to him. Went out to another room, and Wednesday's like, I'm ready. So I'm like, go get your lady before she hits the elevator. So he went and gathered his team up, threw them in a room, called it, put it on speaker. He answered their questions. They're like, he is brilliant. Said, man, your guy is brilliant. What you put together here is amazing. They're like, we thought it might be some type of conflict. Oh, by the way, some of those questions were like, oh, do you own your book of business? Day one. Can we will this down or transfer it over to your family, so on and so forth? Yes, you can. So they were like, amazing. So boom, got them signed up. They're gonna coordinate who's gonna sign up under who. Fast forward an hour later, Mark had another event in Compton, a wellness center. Pull up, I'm pulling out, and I get a text saying, hey, this lady wants to know how soon can her son sign up. Shit, right now. Just tell them that link. You know, but it's his teamwork. Mark is doing a lot of this work. There's certain things that I'm helping out, but he's setting these things up, lining them up. And I feel confident enough to be like, let me pull in, let me talk. If I don't have an answer, I'll get the damn answer. Right? But there's things I don't know. But I've been practicing though at home. I probably annoy my family because I'm in my room. Hey, look, you build your network, build your mindset, build your network. You know, I'm going through it. And they're, what that family priority can present. Yeah, they find out the presentation better than some people I know. And I tune into the opportunity call. You're gonna religiously see me there on Tuesdays and Thursdays as well. I don't miss it. You will always see me on there. Unless like something major is going on, I'm not gonna miss because I'm hearing it. And I'm seeing Chris present and Chris says certain things. I'm like, oh, I'm taking that. I hear JC, oh, I'm taking that one. I heard Matthew as well. I'm like, oh, I'm taking a little bit of that. Mr. Bean, I'm hearing people and I'm like, oh, I'm taking notes as well. It's like, oh, that was fire. That was fire. I'm taking that. I'm using that. You know, but that's why I feel confident. I was confident. I went in there, you know, ignorance on fire, how they say, right? It's better than intelligence on ice. So I was ignorance on fire. Shit, I rock mics. You guys don't know. Like, I rock mics. I come from a different world. I go on stage. I rock mics in front of thousands of people. It's like people, buckle my knees. So let's go.
That's right.
Rocked it out. So we banged it out, but that was work that we're doing as a team.
I was at one event while Johnny was over there at the office, and I was like, man, I got this event already booked. I'm not gonna be able to make it, but if you can show up, you handle that, handle this.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it was teamwork. He lined it up and he sent me a text. He's like, I got a new builder alert. He calls me. I'm still in the office with him. Well, I in bed. So but I told him I'm not leaving this place until I get commitment. I gain commitment. After close, I gain commitment. I love how Mr. Pacheco said that. Close means you're done, you're closed, you have to. No. Gain commitment. Now it's like it's just getting started. So now it's like making sure we engage the rest of them. Now, instead of these trainings that we did on Saturday, I'm going to start. Guess what we're doing now? I'm going to have to start having a smart money training too. Hey, this Saturday, we're having a smart money training with some of our smart training specialists. Insurance 101, whatever the case may be. Some of you guys making extra money, what to do with that money? So now they're going to leverage our platform as well. We're going to leverage what they have and just help each other out. Really, we have the Smart Money Club there for a reason. So they saw the value. And then Mark had an event in Compton Wellness Center. We talked to some people. I talked to you about it. I talked to you guys about it. They were traders. You know, biggest issues like how do they fund their accounts, so on and so forth. Well, you guys believe in wellness. Mark was there as a water specialist. Had the alkaline water there. He got a jug from JC of alkaline water. That water was fire too. I'm not gonna lie. When I was drinking it, I was like, man, this is good.
Straight pure.
It was just pure. It was really, really good. I was like, man, I kept drinking. And I'm like, you guys, they already believe in wellness. They already believe in health. They already bought into all that. So hey, check this out. there's a way for us to partner up. Like, what's the biggest issue you have with some of your students funding their accounts? What if we can help your student fund their account? We pay for referrals. You guys already believe in water, you know the benefits. If you guys refer this, we'll take care of all the work. Your guys don't have to stop doing what they're doing. You don't have to stop doing what you're doing. We have a specialist. So we don't have to go to the house and do this. And we don't, no, you don't. We have, that will take care of it. We'll pay you for referrals. What, how do we get more info? Let's look at our calendars. We booked out our calendars. Put something for today at 5 o'clock. So I'm going to be showing the presentation to a trading couple and show them how we can help them, you know, help their students fund their accounts and then, you know, so on and so forth and go from there. So there's always something.
Yeah.
There's value. It's not like, hey, do this for me. It's like, this is what I can do for you. This is how I can help you, help your students, help other people. It's about help. So Mark's out there putting in work, man. Mark and Earl. Putting it down. So let's put some, it makes it, hey, we're in the bell now for builders too, right? Didn't JC say that? There you go. Let's bring that. Man. I know it was supposed to be Mark's student, but look, we're like I said, we're equals. We're a team. We're not. No one's above anybody on my team. We all rock with each other. Everybody has their strengths, and we just balance each other out. So stuff, Mark. Who's next?
Question. What was their concerns with the financial side? Because we had a meeting with someone that reached out to her actually. She's in the financial services from WFG.
Let me get my books. So I could answer. Give you those answers.
Perfect.
She's been with them for 26 years.
26 years with WFG in the financial services.
She has like 500 plus in her.
WFG also?
She has 500 plus in her.
Yeah, 500 licensed agents.
So.
And
so she feels like it's obviously a conflict of interest because we also have like financial planning and smart money club.
But we don't provide the service. We just provide the education.
She feels like she doesn't feel comfortable because we actually we don't do it, but people within the smart money club.
Well, that's where she would come into the smart money club.
Well, she like
Right.
there's no I mean
Right.
26 years, 500 plus licensed agents. It's like
Right. You're right.
that's
so
where she's at.
Yeah, they still want to try to see what we can make something happen.
She does. Yeah, she does like what we have.
She likes what we have, but she would like whatever we have in the financial industry. That's what I understood. She would like them to join WFG and then let's see how we can partner up.
Prosecuting. She was like, oh, if there's an interest of joining us, then we would like to do partnership if you're with us.
Yes.
And I was like,
It's kind of what I told them too. Like, look, Bo, you see what we do. We don't really have time to sell life insurance. That's what I told them. Look, it doesn't really make sense for you to recruit us.
Yeah.
Right? Because then what? Then I don't need you no more for our smart money club. Right? I was telling them, look, you can leverage the services. I run these trainings, and you can leverage what we have going on. Do a training, and people say, "Hey, well, how do I get more information on what they're talking about?" Book a one-on-one. They'll book a one-on-one with you. Not with me. I'm not a licensed professional. I can't tell you what to do with that stuff. If you need more information on life insurance, I can't provide it for you. That's where you come in. You're the licensed professional. They're gonna go with you. They're gonna book a one-on-one with you. When I run my trainings and you guys do a life insurance 101, I'm not gonna hold the Q&A. If they want more information, book a one-on-one.
Yeah.
And that's how you get the referral from us to
I'm
you.
gonna just start the connect once with her and see why.
Yeah, he helped out.
She's already 26 years.
Right.
yeah, it was go because we also told her too, like, because we're licensed agents also. So
Yeah,
we have a
we're-
life insurance also.
Ah.
So I actually just did
Yeah.
a whole family last night.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah, so she was like, oh well, if you want to come and join us over here, you already have your license. And I was like, no, I'm set where I'm at, but I'm not focusing on life insurance. I have my license because the CEO of our company helped me get my license because he started up his own company with that. So we got our license there, but we're not focusing on life insurance. We have that accessible within our network, but I'm not trying to, do life insurance and promote it and all stuff. I'll do it for my close friends and family or whatever. Anybody tell me, hey, can you help this person out? All right, yeah, let's do it. is
Yeah.
get you an IUL index, whatever it is, a term, and
But that's what she doesn't feel comfortable.
yeah, she's like, well, why am I gonna send my agents,
Yeah.
with you guys when you guys do life insurance? And it's like, no, well, we're completely different entities, it's like, we're a referral based business, so we're gonna have people within our network that's gonna want life insurance. And you guys are the professionals. Yeah, we're the professionals. We're not focusing on that.
Yeah, we're gonna refer them to you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see, we're gonna try to set something up.
Yeah, she has a lot of pushback. So we're gonna get a call Wednesday. Wednesday was on a Zoom, another Zoom at the same time. We're on that one. So yeah, so he wasn't able to hop on, but we're gonna schedule one to see. But I wanted to hear what was your guys' pushbacks that you guys got too.
Well, that was one of the things too, like, well, what about this or about that? I was like, well, look, you know what, I'm not interested in doing life insurance. We provide the education on our platform, we do. If you guys aren't using the Smart Money Club, use it, start it today. Yeah.
So the Smart Money Club, it's an insurance company, right?
No.
That does investments?
No. It's a financial platform, it's part of BYLD. We have how we have solar, water, home security, we have the Smart Money Club. It's a platform that provides financial education.
Okay.
But it doesn't provide financial services. And that's why I'm using the edge on.
So, so if they don't sell life insurance, there wouldn't be any conflict of interest.
That's
Have
what we're
life
saying.
insurance agents in the Smart Money.
Also, they do sell life insurance then.
Well, yeah, like if you want life insurance, then, the Smart Money Club, they will guide you to somebody that could talk to you about it.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
so it's still, yeah, there's still some sort of sales.
But
Yeah.
they could go in the back office, get some information. It's not gonna tell. So what I do.
No, it's not gonna do it. right
Yeah.
there.
Oh, okay.
No. So that's where we come in, right? Where the leadership comes in, where it's like, look, man, anybody on my team that needs this information, I'm gonna funnel them to you. Just like anything that
Yeah.
and anybody that needs solar, you send them to me. The
So
reason
like
this
a-
relationship works is because we don't do the same thing.
So it's the
I don't
same-
wanna do what you do. I don't need you to do what I do. That's what I told him. I told him in front of everybody, I don't need you to, the reason this is gonna work is we don't do what we do. I don't do what you do and I don't wanna do what you do. And, you don't do what I do. That's where we can come in. That's why this relationship works. Now, if you do wanna learn later down the line, I'm happy to show you. I'll train you. I train all day. I'll train you how to do it, but you don't have to. You can say, and I went on there, I showed them that you just input a lead, select this person, done deal. Your job's done.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and I think so too, because since you were like on that note, right? We're like, I don't want to do what you do, I don't care to do it. But then for us, we're already licensed agents.
Right.
Yeah.
So she's like, well, why am I gonna send my people to you?
Right.
Yeah,
He's like,
so that was
yeah,
straight, straight, nip at the bud, but it's like we have our licenses too. So, I think for her, she's kind of like, oh, well, if you guys have your license and you're working with another company, not with me,
Right.
then, then why am I gonna refer my client that might want solar because I identified I can help them, save money on their electrical and put in an IUL somewhere, but let's save them on that. And what if maybe you guys try to take them on the life insurance and the solar and all, I think maybe that's where she was at,
Yeah, 100%. That's where she was at. For me, it's like I told him.
Yeah.
For me, I'm not licensed agent, so it was nip right in the bud. Like,
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, we need to definitely get Wednesdays. I was like, look, we can get our CEO. He's busy just like you, but we'll see what time works. So that way he can explain this a lot better. Yeah, she was like, I really like what you guys had. She's like, but it's just
you guys being a licensed agent is kind of like, hey.
yeah, that's what really
Yeah,
exactly.
food stamps
That's the whole
But the other concerns they had was, they wanted to make sure there's no conflict with their agency, to make sure it doesn't hinder their growth. They asked if ALCO 75 for residency at a hotel. Turns out, as long as they let them renovate, like someone has a residency at the Ritz-Carlton. Hey, can we put it there? I know a few people, yeah. So yeah, they're like, yeah, as long as they let you renovate. Can we pass the business on to a family member? Yes. They asked a few other technical questions like licensing courses. Do you get vested, succession / exit strategy? And do we own this book of business? You own the book of business day one. And there's something else I don't want to say because it's not my to say it, but you can will your business and transfer ownership to your gerbil if you have one and you want your gerbil to take over your business. Let's go, Panchito the gerbil. There you go. It's yours now. You're getting 100,000 of residual a month, my boy. Buy all the gerbil food you want. But yeah, those were the main questions they had. And went to this over speaker, just answered them. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am, and they're good to go.
Okay, perfect.
I want to hear you guys wins. I know you guys got a scroll.
No, I want to acknowledge you guys both because I told you that I love it. It sounds like a lot what how we, doing things and when he can, I can. We both can, and just vice versa.
Teamwork,
That does really work. Really does work. So, for the solar side, we supposed to deal.
8 kilowatt system in Palm Springs. Yeah.
Nice. Let's go. Hey, somebody got to record it though. Number 2. Hold on, you gotta pretend. Right now.
Hold on.
You gotta pretend.
Okay, go.
But you gotta say the whole thing again.
Okay. All right.
So one close deal, 8 kilowatt system in Palm Springs.
That's right. Yeah.
Animo.
You
guys gonna tag me on that too, please?
5 new, in the pipeline. There's an install happening on the 23rd. There's 2 commercial in the, pipeline. We got 5 new builders and one of them is here.
What up?
On Friday night, we were just team planning, right? And, that to the opportunity and, he was the first one that took the part out.
It was 2 and then he was, I'm gonna get it first because the next one gonna go into me.
Top sense.
Yeah, I'll be there on Monday and he's here, so, he's committed. I
Showed up early as well.
And then we have we have launching calls on Washington and OPC. We have teams in Washington and OPC now. And we're just been onboarding.
Love it. Love it. Fire.
I had a deal close last week, failed credit, but we're gonna reapply through Goodly probably later on today or tomorrow. I got a commercial appointment last week. It was more of a discovery. Gonna hopefully tie the knot later on today. Got another commercial lead that she's supposed to send me all the bills. Another commercial lead, and keep in mind all these commercial leads are just coming from other solar pros that don't have access to commercial.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's kind of ironic. Yeah, so I got to reach out to that one. I told that solar person, my agent, shoot them an email saying I'm going to be reaching out. This is David, and if I meet briefly, and I'm going to be sending out an email as well. I got an appointment on Wednesday from a mentee. I got an appointment Zoom Idaho on Tuesday, and yeah, I think that might be everything.
Nice. Yeah. Long. Right.
So yeah, I've been doing a lot of you can see my old social media. I've been doing a lot of car shows. So I've been networking and tapping into my route in the car industry. So far 26 qualified conversation, I call them QCs, 4 leads for water. I have 2 appointments this weekend, one at 12 Saturday and one at 4:30 on that same day. So I'm gonna do a water test and everything, full home. And then I also got 10 actual ambassadors, which is pretty cool. So
nice.
Awesome.
Well, tell us a little bit. I know you just started, but tell us a little bit, where your name.
Yeah, so
Where you
my name's
from?
Christian. I'm from Roland Heights. Kind of like was looking for an extra way to get some revenue at some time on my hands. Slow season. I'm in the entertainment industry. I DJ and throw parties, independent host over in Vegas. So kind of put my hands in a lot of jars. And my friend Anthony Sandoval, actually, I called him because he's an entrepreneur. And I know he makes a branch bank. Moving from different fields. And I got introduced to Matthew and we got on the call and went to go listen to the presentation and sound Bible. I mean, it wasn't too much of an investment per se. So I mean, why not try? Like right now I'm in a position to kind of absorb everything that you guys are saying, a lot of new lexicon, trying to understand the concepts that you guys are talking about. So and my network is pretty vast. So when they started talking about how to build a network and using the people that I know as potential stepping stones to building a business, then kind of piqued my interest. And so jumped on board because there's no better time to start than then, you know?
And now.
There's no reason to wait.
The best time was yesterday, the second best time is now, right?
Right, exactly.
So, and then you're with the right people.
So, yeah, it seems like it, you know?
I'm gonna solidify that, I'm taking this back.
Yeah, right now, kind of like you said, like, you know, trying to understand how to build my own, way to do it.
Right.
And seeing what everybody's gonna, kind of being a sponge right now and absorbing everything, and, you know, as time progresses, I'm sure I'm getting to know you guys more and seeing what exactly it is that's gonna be able to be offered.
Look, you're with the right people, there's a system, I think the system works. Eventually, though, you'll start to see, okay, I'm gonna do things a little bit this way, a little bit this way.
Right.
Like, you heard what Roxy said, I mean, I saw them, what they're doing. Mark started booking a bunch of events, and now we're like, man, let's, these guys are doing something cool, let's watch what they're doing, and they're doing what the system's telling them to do. So they're gonna.
It's a lot, yeah, it's a lot of different
direction.
ways to actually, like, gather the, you know, the people around you to be able to give them a.
Yeah.
Sure,
like,
expect to offer.
like, one of our core builders from Oklahoma, he has been owner of clubs for 11 years.
Yeah.
He's been in the entertainment industry, so he has his own strategy of building.
Yeah, we'll connect you guys today too. So
Yeah.
we own the biggest Latin nightclub in OKC.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're actually at lunch with them yesterday.
Yeah.
So we'll connect you guys too, because it sounds like you guys probably know the same people, maybe. You know?
Possibly, I mean,
Yeah.
depends what scene it's on, but yeah. there's
But yeah, he's the same nightclub industry and stuff like that, and entertainment. So he actually made a call. We're at lunch yesterday. He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna need you to sign up right now because I'm gonna bring somebody else under you, but you need to sign up first. So get your card out right on Facebook. 2 minutes. He was already in. He sent him a screenshot. All right, signed up.
Nice.
But yeah, what we'll do is we'll connect you with him. His name is Beacon.
Yeah.
And Beacon.
Beacon.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll connect you guys there, and then we're gonna set up your lunch today too. So we got a date for that. Yeah.
Love it. Well, welcome to the team. Welcome to the family. Like I said, look, we all help each other out. We all learn from each other. That's the beautiful thing about here. Is that no egos.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, you're winning. How are you doing it? Let me help you. And I mean, we just call each other, help each other out.
Perfect.
So welcome.
Thank you.
Up next, you got some wins?
I talked to my daughter's gymnastics coach because she owns a whole, well, I don't think, no, she owns the building, but they just started another building right next to it. So she was like complaining about the machine, the vending machine takes a lot of power, so they shut it off. And I'm like, well, how much are you paying? She's like, I pay a lot. I was like, well, have you ever thought about adding solar to like the building? Do you own it? She's like, we don't own it, but we are looking to, like, we want to buy it because we do want to stay here. So they got the other location right next door. So kind of talking to her.
Okay, there you go. Hey, activity,
We're
right?
at a parade this weekend, which probably couldn't join to your thing, but that's why I was kind of talking to her about it.
Okay.
Because we were just waiting for hours until it was our turn. So yeah.
Good. Hey, activity, something. You're doing something. Lila, talk to us.
Howdy. So Friday, I went over to Roxy's and helped her to launch her little business there that she was doing, her little event, and it was awesome. It was wonderful. She had a lot of people there.
Nice.
And after I left there, I went and got me a Motel 6 over in Buena Park because I was looking at the water out there. They have 30 contaminants in their water and 15 of them exceed the guidelines. So I went out there to pitch a bunch of water and I got into the elevator and the guy got into the elevator with me. I did my elevator pitch on the way up and his room was on the opposite side of mine, right in front of the elevator. So I spent about 10 more minutes talking to him because he wanted to get exchange numbers. So I exchanged numbers. I sent him JC's 20-minute video and my back office link. Within the hour, he signed up as an affiliate. And not only did he sign up, he got somebody else to sign up under him. And I also talked to the guy downstairs in the office for the solar. And I got his number and exchanged him, gave him the same information, and I'm gonna be following up with him, that guy, his lead, and I've got 2 other people to follow up with besides that.
Nice.
Nice, good job.
An elevator pitch in an elevator, right? You got it down. Now we're gonna be working on trying to set something up to actually have them upgrade to builders. So we're working, we're trying to find the time, right? We're trying to coordinate this and make it happen, but you'll see Kalila pull up with but a few builders hopefully by the end of the week. So,
Heck yeah.
got you. Mr.
Nice.
Rangel.
Yeah. All right. So last week I went to a real estate office and I presented to about 25 agents.
Oh.
Yeah, so everybody was super excited. Everybody was like, you know what, we're gonna start making phone calls to people because maybe they're not closing as many real estate leads. So they just said, you know what, we're gonna start making phone calls to get you some leads, you know, and they're just brainstorming. They're like, you know what, I'm gonna talk to so-and-so and I'm gonna talk to so-and-so. And I got 2 leads for solar, 1 for credit repair. And then somebody from Instagram reached out to me. He's a solar professional out in another city. I forgot the area code. And he actually messaged me right now. We got on a 3-way call with JC with him and he's interested. Him and his manager, they have a sales team and they want to merge to a different company because they just don't have what we have, which is all the trainings, all the support, you know, everything that we have in line. And he just texted me right now if we also do if we have a roofing department and he's asking for a colleague, you know, so I told him that we do. But yeah, we connected with a phone call last week and he was really interested. He should be signing up as a consultant with us this week. And yeah, we're just looking to keep building.
Oh. Work.
That's one thing that I forgot. Right after he got done doing that, he got on a 3-way call with me with somebody in the state of Maine.
Right.
Who actually has been doing solar for renters through her company since 2016. And I'm trying to follow back up with her.
We're gonna
Yeah,
tell you.
she was really interested. She was really interested. I think she will get started, you know?
Yeah.
She liked everything she heard. We had the conversation here. It was through a cold call.
Yeah.
So you knew her, but when we were making phone calls last week, we were just sitting in the office till like 5 o'clock, from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock, just going, I make a phone call, she makes a phone call, and then Alonso makes a phone call. And we just kept circling and coaching each other. And she got that lead. We presented to her.
And I also got my
Friday.
cousin as a lead for the water in Kentucky.
It was all after the call we had on Wednesday when we did live calls. Mark did a call, I did a call, Kalila and Luis, and everybody made a call. And then after I forgot where we reached out, and Luis was like, we're barely getting out the office. They kept making calls the rest of the day. Mark hit me up like 2 hours later. Mark took because he didn't get an official appointment. But then like an hour later, he's like, Doug, I got a water appointment. I was like, all right, locked in. Fast forward another 2 hours, like, bro, I got another one. So he kept calling, like the momentum that he built from us just calling together, ended up getting 2 water appointments.
That's what we did.
That's safe. And then you guys did as well. We just rocked that momentum. It was like a warm up, and then they just continued rocking out. Working works. And it's cool when you see other people, you see how they're doing it. I said the funny part was I wrote it in the chat when Lisa's talking to this guy. The guy was interested, but you can just hear his tone change when Luis dropped the numbers. Hey man, average commission is this, and you know, you get half of that. He's like, oh wow. Oh wow. He heard him like, all right, he's engaged. So then Luis did his thing. So
Yeah, the girl in Maine, I asked her, can I ask you a personal question about your income? What's your commission whenever you sell a solar? And she was a little excited. She goes, it's based off of the kilowatts. So my average commission is like $40. 40. That was and then she got excited and she goes, and I did a commercial sale and I got $3,000 for that. She was so excited. I mean, off the hook excited. And I'm like, we're sitting there and I go, so our average commission for a home split 50-50 with the mentor for our first 3 sales is $3,500 per person. So the average commission when you're selling on your own, it's $7,000. I thought her eyeballs was gonna pop out of her head. Because we were on the Zoom call with her so we could see each other.
amazing, man.
Looks
Working
tell
works.
you everything.
Working works, man. You gave a lot of people here we've been working. It's not because of me. All I'm doing is sparking it. Hey, let's do it. But I mean, everyone throws ideas. These guys went up. Mark called a realtor. You called a realtor. Like, it's just, hey, let's sit our asses down and let's work. And that's what we did. And these guys put in mad work, you know, and it built that momentum. And I'm sure it increases your confidence when you're like, oh, it's not that bad. Johnny just did it. not that bad. Margins, okay, these guys are doing it. It's not that bad. Let me do it. Now you're making it happen. So good stuff, everybody. Oh boy, drop some dubs on us.
You know what? I just started door knocking in La Fuente, and I've been going street by street. So I'm like the paletero man. Yeah, I'm the ice cream man. I just keep going around the streets, and little by little, like people start noticing me, and that's how it all starts. So I'm gonna be just door knocking La Fuente for probably the next 4 months. And then Thursday I have I'm part of a real estate investment group. We have a big event on Thursday, and I have 3 friends that I'm inviting over there that I'm trying to bring on over here. One of them is a realtor, he's high volume realtor. Another one owns a car detail shop. Another one's an investor that I'm gonna be presenting as partners to join here. So
Nice.
little by little, I'm getting up there again. You know.
Momentum. That's all it is.
Yeah,
It's
it's all
the
little
game.
momentum, little by little, yeah.
Stop. Stop.
Okay, we're about to close the deal. We, got on the phone last night with, thank you, Johnny.
How was it?
It was, one thing about this business, and in this, you always meet people, and people's personalities are something else, and you learn a lot about them once you finish talking to them. So we had a very unique one. And I just told you, he was patient, thank you, because she kept going to another direction, but they liked the product, they liked what they could save. And at the end of it, they were happy. So I think by today.
Yeah, we sent out Dottie. So Lisa set the appointment. She's been in touch with them. One thing I love about Lisa is that she is not shy about. She's shy right now, but you should see the way she's with customers. Hey, you got the bill? Okay, you need to send me the bill. Like, oh, I'll send it to you tomorrow. No. Why don't you just go on and send it right now? I love that. She's not afraid to like push the needle and be like, hey, can you go right now? Oh, the bill you sent me, just give me a page. Johnny, what do I gotta do? Hey, tell them to go online and get the usage. Next thing you know, she sends me a text with their login info. She got their login information. She's like, Johnny, even better.
We tried like 7 times. I'm like, what is your problem? All you have to, if you don't like know your password, just change it. Can I change it for you? Then you can change it again. I got to the point and then she said, screw it, just send it to me.
She got the login info. So now I got their login info. Now they can find it. Right? I know what they're paying, so I got their annual usage. But again, that's something that, you know, it pushes the needle. Like she's being shy and a little more reserved, but no, she's not afraid to, like, she's not aggressive, but she's persistent. Hey, well, this, what about this? Hey, what about this? Let's do this. You don't do this, I'll help you do this. Like she's just like, boom, 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 made it happen. We got the bill, got the information. Did a design, low usage, but we're able to show values, PG&E.
Yeah.
So we're able to show some type of value, backup batteries, and man, we had it locked in for 6, then you said 6:30. So then we hop on at 6:30. Lisa's on the phone and say, hey, oh, we're 4 houses down. Next thing you know, Lisa and I are on Zoom for a half an hour. But we ended up talking, we ended up doing a game plan interview. We were talking about certain things and we did a game plan interview. We didn't waste time. And then they call. We're about to get off. They call and say, hey, Johnny's still there? We're doing something else, but yeah, hop on real quick. So,
You know
man.
what I learned about that call yesterday is like sometimes when you talk to somebody, like I know her more than her husband. So I went to her regarding her solars and her saving money. So, but I knew that her husband had to sit down and I never met this gentleman. And when he sat down, I'm here thinking, well, she's gonna be an easy target. Once she started talking, you just don't know, because once she started talking, she started going all to the left field and stuff. But when he started talking, I was really surprised he got more involved than she did. And that's what kind of taught me, is like sometimes you think that a person's not interested, but then you give them the info and stuff, and then all of a sudden something spurs him, because he was really interested.
He was ready to sign documents before we even showed him the price.
I was very surprised.
I hadn't even shown him the price here, what his monthly payment would be. He was like, well, what do we gotta do to schedule the survey thing you're talking about? That's like, you know, like, okay,
Just gotta keep pushing.
yeah, they're ready for action. And that took some maneuvering work for me. She's like, well, look, I have a question, about these solars. So once upon a time when I was over here, my son did this and then my son did that and then our mortgage is this much. And then even her husband had to be like, hey, those are counseling, those are counseling questions. I had to like steer her back, like, excuse me, what does that have to do with what we're speaking about now?
I know.
What was the question you had for me? I had to like pivot or bring it back, but at the end of the day, their computer died. So we had to plug it in, but they came back, locked in, look, man, this front your stuff, boom, boom, boom. We ran credit, sent them the paperwork they need, and it was a little bit late, so like, hey, we're gonna read through it, and again, that's where Lisa comes in. We're like, yeah, I'm like, when do you think you get through the paperwork? Friday, Lisa's like, well, what about tomorrow? No, Friday yet. Lisa was like, well, what about no? He's like, what about tomorrow? Johnny can help you. We can help you.
It's not wrong.
Yeah. So she was like, no.
Let's go, Lisa.
He was I give her that, like, he was an assistant buyer and an
Don't
assistant.
get me wrong, I had a whole house, my kids are all here, got 10 kids, so like all my kids are in the other room, like Johnny, I hope you don't hear my daughter was having a birthday party, I'm like, it's fine. You know, it's like just, you know,
So
it's fine.
she's an amazing assistant. Look, when you guys set the appointment, not just set an appointment and no, you're an assistant buyer and assistant closer at the same time. And she bid both of them extra. When they were like, yeah, Friday, she's like, well, how about tomorrow? Right, so she's like tomorrow, and she put us in a 3-way text, and I told him as well, if I don't hear from you by Tuesday evening, you know, I'm gonna give you a call. I didn't ask, I just let him know. If I don't hear from you Tuesday, you get a call.
I give that, I think you guys, especially how you guys like acing it, so like.
Yeah, so we gotta give a big shout out to Lisa. So which are part of my wins. We sat with Lisa. We got the docs. We haven't gotten completely signed. So next Monday we're gonna be ringing the bell. I did close a deal for Kat. I don't know if she's on, but Kat was diligently working on. I don't know if I said it right. Diligently. Diligently. We were working on. She's working on a deal for about 3 weeks. We sat with the guy. He sat with Sunrun. Sunrun tried to scam him. I think I told you guys it was 8 panels, 2 Tesla power walls. I was like, what the hell's going on? Told the guy it doesn't work. Offered him the vacation, $500 cash. He said, let's do it. Went through, signed docs, so we got that locked in. Locked in lower.
What you guys bless him with? System.
He was like a 4 point something kid. Can somebody record so I can put this on my social so show my family that I really work?
Right there.
So we did an add-on with Cat, a 4 point something killing with backup batteries, locked and loaded. So let me bring that bell for Cat. Yeah.
When's online? When's online?
When's online? Thank Roxy, because we're about to start breakdancing. We're about to start popping and locking in the middle of the room. No, this win, who got some wins.
I got you guys. Hey, shout out to you guys for this Cali meeting. Best part of my week, gets me fired up for the week. Love hearing all that you're doing. You guys are like boots on the ground, man. You're out there, you're doing it. It's real work. I appreciate Brenda for directing me out here in Colorado, and we're on every week. My 2 wins this week were 2 site surveys, man. One being my own, and then my first customer. So hey, 2 site surveys, ready for it to move on to the money. The money's coming, right? No.
We'll ring that bell for you.
All right, ring the bell, man.
So we're ringing the bell for Mr. James. Let's get that again.
James out of Colorado.
J&J.
J. Boy James from Colorado.
Appreciate you guys.
2 deals, one for himself. He got his first customer. Let's ring the bell for James.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you guys.
Good stuff, man. That's not a small win. That's a big win. Love it. We're gonna be seeing more after some more of that training. We're seeing more of those trainings right now. We're gonna see some more bell ringing for you. Roberto.
Hey, Johnny. Yeah, so got 2 wins that I wanted to share. So last week, we sat down with a potential partner. I'm going to say a future builder. So he's a loan officer. He's also a real estate agent, and he has a few people under him. So we sat down with him. He's excited. He said he was going to let me know this week, but most likely he's joining. And I also have a meeting with a life insurance agent for next week. We're tying up the nuts right now, so it's either Friday or Monday of next week. He has a team of about 20 to 25 people. So he's excited to bring everybody in. That's what I got going on right now.
Good stuff. Okay. You guys can see, right? Working works. I mean, I would say the majority of the room had some victories. had some wins. I mean, there's always gonna be a win in your life. That alone is a win. That should be like a major win. But every time we come, like, you know, I'm gonna come with your JC. You want to pull up, you want to have some activities, you want to roll, you know, I want to come here, I want to ring that bell. Honestly, I got something in my pipeline, whether it's water, whether it's freaking solar, whether it's builders, whatever the hell it is. I need to be at. Not that I want to, I need to be. Need this shit. My family needs it. I have a huge why. Right? I can't disappoint my family. My dad's trying to retire. My pop's trying to retire. He's worked his ass off. But before things have changed, he wants to retire. He can't retire. So my job, what I need to help him. Like one of my things is gonna be like where I can say, man, made this when I play. Hey, let's go to the bank. How much you owe?
Nice.
You just drop it on like you don't pay. You don't have a mortgage no more. Go on vacation. Where do you want to go? All right, go take a break for a month. Here's some money. Your house is paid off. Go chill somewhere for a month. And I got you covered. All right. Or my lady be like, hey, you don't work no more. Give me a call for me now. You know, she's really good on the phone. She's good on the phone, but I want to be able to, hey, here's some money, put into your investing accounts. Here's this list. Call these people for me, set some appointments, or let's get some builders in. Right? Keep it in house. We gotta tell my son, where do you want to go for your birthday? What do you want to do? You want to go somewhere else? You want to go to another country? Let's go. Forget your right, get you in second grade. Second grade, but these days, be able to tell my mom, hey, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? What do you need? Want to renovate? She's not materialistic. She probably just wants to renovate her kitchen, new kitchen cabinets. But what do you want? Let's go. Right? To be able to do that for my family. They did a lot for me. I'm first generation born here. My parents are from Mexico, from Michoacan. And you know, they came here, did their thing, they worked their ass off. But now it's like you can't hustle backwards. That's why sometimes I grew up in a rough environment, and sometimes you're falling down the wrong road, and it's like, hey, you're hustling backwards. Bro, your parents came from another country, started ground zero. And they got you this now. You guys have a home, and you're gonna hustle backwards or end up in jail or end up worse, end up dead. No, that's not the life. As you guys see here, everybody, this is a room of people that are creative, that are workers, that are builders, that everybody has their story. We're all here to help each other out. I know people got stuff to do, so I don't want to burn up any more of your minutes or hours. Remember, door-to-door training. Tuesday, tomorrow will be Luis Rangel. Always has a fire training, so come through with your questions, come with your concerns, you know, get ready for action. On Wednesday now it's going to be David Ramos, doing what he does. Thursday will be David Rendon. Again, a lot of times he shows us a lot of script training as well. And a lot of the stuff that we have in the back office. And then Friday will be with myself. We're going to be doing live calls again on Friday, 12 o'clock Pacific Standard. Make a list of 5 people so that we can go down that list. So that way, if the first person you call doesn't answer, we're going to fire those 5 calls off until we get somebody. And if nobody answers your 5, you know, sorry. But on to the next. We're going to be making live calls, sending some more appointments, sending some more activities. It's the end of the year. You take your foot off the gas? Nah, man. You gotta keep it on there. Keep it on there so you can end the year with momentum and you build it. You're gonna continue the new year with that momentum. Right? You'd be surprised the amount of people that now I just be chilling. Already did their shopping. They did their shopping on Amazon. I did my shopping on Amazon. I don't go to no damn store. I just kicked it. Just wait. Oh, that's a gift. Right? I'm done. I'm done shopping. There's a lot of people like that are just chilling at the house, waiting for someone to call them to set an appointment. So if you guys need my help, you guys already know how to get a hold of me. If you need any of the people here, you know how to get a hold of them. Let's bring it in. I know there's a lot of us today, man. Yeah. Man, we gotta get a little link with all you guys. Man, we just all went somewhere right now. People go, whoa, what's going on?
They're
gonna jump us.
Hear what I'm saying?
Hold on, yeah, you're right. Correct. Put your hand, we're all gonna say, let's build. Let's build on 3, all right? 1, 2, 3. Let's build.